Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday morning's messages of love from above. And super excited, as always, to see what messages come through from Spirit today. Before we get into the readings, though, I do want to send a love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me, whether you're watching live right now or even on replay, we can gather together and send out this love magnified out to the world so that we can do our impact. It's not a small thing that we do. If we could realize how much sending love to the world actually impacts the whole collective of humanity, we would do it like all the time. So I'm going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. And we're just going to let that love cascade down into our hearts, fill us up, and flow out to the world. That will touch every heart that is ready to vibrate at a higher and higher and higher frequency of love, that it may spark people, each human, each animal, each plant, to a higher level of spirituality and connection to the divine. And if you yourself are in need of unconditional love energy in this moment for your heart, for your mind, for your body, for a loved one, a situation, a relationship, whatever it may be, we send this love to you right now as well. And just take it in like a giant tree taking in the beautiful sunlight from the sun, like a giant hug from the universe. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that. Excuse me, and allowing the space for that as well. Before we get into the readings, I'd just like to always announce in the beginning that I do give away a free recorded reading, at least one each Monday. Here's the link. We have 2 days left to get into Monday's drawing. I have been giving away more this month just in celebration of the Divine Mother and Mama energy because Mother's Day is in the month of May and springtime. I'm giving away a total of 33 total readings this month. I've given away, 14 so far. I'll be giving away four more on Monday. So if you want to check out and to see how you can get into that, there is 4 ways to win. So be sure to check out the video. Also, each week I usually put out at least one pick a card. This week I put out two. Wednesdays was what are they thinking about you right now? So if you want to check that one out. And then in celebration of Mama's Day, here in actually tomorrow here in the United States, we have what does mom want to say to you? And that is Divine Mother, Goddess, your mom, if she's on the other side, or if she's still here, even her higher self can bring messages. So that is for that. And I have a ton of other pick a card readings on my main page. If you ever want to check those out, there's a ton of free content there as well. Also, can you believe it? We're almost in the middle of May already. So if you haven't checked out your May monthly reading, I do put out readings for each individual zodiac sign. And in this one, we started introducing in the beginning a little list of what planets impact different areas of our life. And if you know your, the sign of like your different planets, you can definitely have this. understanding of that area by looking up and watching the reading for that sign. If you don't know your planets, you can go. There's a free birth charts available online. Astro.com is one that I know is a safe place because I used it all the time and I use it. So, but trust your gut and go to a trusted source for that as well. All right. I think that's everything I wanted to mention in the beginning here. So let me get my desktop all set up and we will get into the readings. If you are new to my channel or to these free readings, welcome, first of all. Glad to have you as part of the Soul family. We have a wonderful group of loving individuals who also have a great sense of humor, which is very important in life and in readings, especially. Um, and excuse me, how the free readings work is there's no special list. The chat is the list. We just go down in order. First first serve. And if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading or guidance, and spirit knows what you want. Um, this human doesn't need to know. I just channel their messages. So it can be between you and them. Um, Also, if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I step outside of the free readings. I do dive deeper into those. So I prioritize those, pull more cards for those. And then once I'm done, I do return back to the free readings and go down in order, first come, first serve after that as well. To make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom. Also, in the pinned comment and in the description box of the video, I have my Venmo, my Cash App, my pen pal, not my pen pal. You want to be my pen pal? PayPal. This is going to be a fun day. I could tell already. And my Square. So all of that is available there. And there's no set dollar amount. I know our finances vary from day to day on our own, but definitely from person to person, country to country, world to world. So whatever you feel is there, that is what comes in. All right. I think that is everything. Um, I'm so glad to see you guys. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend so far. And we are going to be using the Ancestral Path Tarot again today. I love this deck. And if you are interested in it and you see it for yourself, now you know what it looks like and who it's by here. It's Julia Kushia Watts, I guess. But I like it. It's a big deck. I'm a big guy. I'm like 6'4", not quite as big as the Syrian Starseed Tarot I used because I can actually shuffle these. All right. So I do have a couple donations, so we will start there, and then we'll get into the free reading. So thank you so much, Ashley, for your donation. And you want to know, how is Mikhail, I think that's how you say that, feeling about you lately? All right. Let's take a look here and see what we've got going on here. So what are they feeling about you lately? Okay, what else? I do want this one, but they just watch that one right there. All right, let's see. We got 2, 2, and 2. So let's see what combination is coming through here. Ooh, okay. So you've got here, you've got the Queen of Sacred Circles, which be the Queen of Pentacles. And you also have the Prince of Swords, which be the Knight of Swords. So they have been, this Mother Nature, Mother Nurture feel. I feel for both you and for themselves. I feel like they've been doing a lot of self-care lately, kind of focusing inward on themselves. And this is where I feel this movement of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets has been coming in here for him here. So I feel like they really, it's almost like they follow the cycles of the moon, you know. We all have cycles. Women are not the only one that have cycles. All of humanity does. So if you're like, why are they acting strange? Well, they're following some sort of cycle here. The moons are impacting them. They're doing a lot of internal, especially this, last full moon It was the eclipse in Scorpio, which definitely is a transformation, diving deep. Pluto just went retrograde, which is the planet of death and rebirth. And so I feel like they really, it almost might feel like to you that out of nowhere, they just pulled way, way far away. But it's because they've dove into the inside of them. Because we've also got here, excuse me. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So definitely, they are doing this huge, huge reflection with the Six of Cups. They're reflecting on memories and thoughts and things that have happened in their life. And the Ace of Wands here, the Ace of Staves, is this new spark, this new passion, this new drive within their life. So, they do have with this inner reflection here. They do think about you. They do look at memories, both of you and other things that have happened in their life. Yeah. So they're definitely reflecting and seeing how they feel about life, how they feel about things, memories coming up, both of wonderful memories, but also the painful ones that triggered some old emotions within them. Things that if they have like an old wound, a foot wound, and you accidentally step on their foot, you didn't do it on purpose, but there's this pain they remember. So they are doing a ton of reflection with all these cards coming in here. And they do have here, here's the Lover's card, and here's the Princess of Swords, which is new thoughts, new beliefs, new mindsets. And so, definitely with all of this, movement of the night, and their thinking is changing, they're seeing things from a different perspective. They're looking at why they believe certain things about relationships. What do they want? What do they think one should be? Who everyone should be? So I do feel like there's this super reflection that's going on, but I don't feel like they, especially with this Ace of Wands, that they're someone who goes backwards. I feel like all of this is more reflective of the past with intentions of not repeating painful things in the future. They're doing some good self-evaluation, some good self-evolution, but I feel it's more protective kind of stance. You know, they are looking, understanding why some things hurt them here. Yeah, I don't see communication. Excuse me. I feel like all these swords can be communication, but I don't feel like they are. I feel like they're more caught into the reflecting, thinking, analyzing, transforming the viewpoints of how they looked at things. But I don't feel like there's someone that goes backward. I feel like that Ace of Wands is really about a spark and a movement forward. Like they're going, okay, going forward, this is what I'm going to do with my next relationship. I don't feel like they're going backwards. So I don't feel like they will reach out and communicate soon. I feel like more so that they watch and look at things and watch your stories and stuff just to see how they're doing, to see how they fit in, to see and compare. And I almost feel like it's a part of them likes being a little masochist where they like looking at things and going, I want to look because it makes me feel painful and I want to feel the pain, kind of attitude around them. So it's interesting. I feel like they do like the darker side. It's almost like excuse me, like Pisces energy, which I have a ton of Pisces in my chart. So I get the feeling of we like going deep down into the dark uh depths of the pond because it's quiet. It's almost like someone with a migraine. They like the darkness, they like the at least what's there. You're not afraid because you're living down there. But then we like going to the top and being in the sun at the top of the pond, but then we like going to the dark. And I feel like that's kind of them. But I don't see communication. I kind of see them moving more forward. Everything that they're reflecting on is just to help them in the future. So, yeah, actually, I don't see them, communicating here currently in their current energy. I don't see communication. Of course, that can always change with, different energies. It all depends on choices everyone makes. But, just to clarify, this is wishing upon a star, the Knight of Wands, which confirms my about they like to move forward, forward, forward. It's like a forest fire or a grass fire. They consume and move forward. They can't move backward. They don't feel they can because there's no fuel to move backward. Because a grass fire never burns, then goes, oh, I'm going to go back this way. There's nothing for it to burn and go forward, backward. So it just has to move forward, forward, forward. So that's what's coming through, Ashley. So I encourage you to do kind of what they're doing. It's a wonderful mirror to look back at your relationship. What did you learn about yourself? What you want? What is your wish come true without them? Because I don't feel like they're coming back in. You guys were together on purpose for as long as you were, but there's something more in alignment with where your guys' journeys want to be for the future with different people. So that's what's coming through. So hang in there. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. All right. And I do have a Cash App that came through here. Oh, thank you, Amy. Hello, hello. And if you haven't asked your question yet, why don't you pop it down there and we will pull cards for it. Let me just scroll up here, make sure I haven't, that you didn't already put it up here. Nope, I don't see anything up there. There it is. Thank you. Anything you can do or say that would make your partner, Jacob, respond to you quicker. Okay. Let's take a look here, Amy, and see. So anything you can do to control a Virgo. All the Virgos are laughing right now. They're like, ha ha ha, you think you can influence us? It's funny. I understand what you're wanting though. Your guides are just hilarious. uh, yeah, control the Virgo. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you understand the Capricorn too. Actually, any sign, everyone doesn't. No one likes to be controlled, right? Humans, it's like trying to herd cats. Can we control any human outside world? No, none of us like to be controlled. So you're just meaning, is there anything you can do to make them respond quicker to you? To make it more conducive for them to, um, do that. And I get it. So we've got the Three of Pentacles here, which is all about being true to their authentic selves. And this is kind of what we were saying about here is like, they're going to do what they're going to do and allow them to be who they are. Be your true authentic self too. Don't try to be someone that you're not here. So I like that. Don't try to be someone, don't be swayed off by trying to get a response. I'm going to be someone different than me to try to get a response from them. Be you, be your true you. And if they respond, they respond. If they don't, they don't. They're I just feel like this is spirit. They're saying, don't be manipulated by other people's actions. Be true to you here, because that's what they are here as well. We've got the uh, Queen of Sacred Circles, which is the Queen of Pentacles, is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and this is this, um, yeah. Well, we'll talk about that in a second here. But let me read the cards and then I'll answer your other responses here because I'll get distracted. So, Queen of Pentacles is about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, allowing them to take care of themselves and allow yourself to take care of you too. Focus in on you rather than, the other, because the Aquarian energy here, the wishing upon a star here, is all about connecting to your higher self and understanding truly in your heart what it is that your higher heart wants, not what the human is wanting and been told supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. So, these three cards that came out together are all about turning inward and focusing on you rather than on other people in the outside world. So, it is this moving forward, moving back, you know, to you, focusing on that. Very balancing energy. Usually the star card will have 7 stars, which represent the 7 chakras. And so there's this inner balancing. It's this focus on who am I? What do I need? What do I need to look at within me, not the outside? And let me take a look here, because then you got three. Yeah, you've got three major arcana coming in here too, which is funny. I just noticed you said Libra. Here's the Libra, the Justice card. You've got the Empress, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. Pretty much, this is the suit of this. This is the major arcana, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, because this is all the Earth Mother. Both of these are about nurturing yourself, spending time in nature, new birth, looking upon yourself and doing that. So that's reiterated. And then you have the Hierophant too, which the Hierophant is this invitation to turn inward to find your capital T truths about who you really want to be, what you really want in your life, and what the life purpose and journey is. The Justice card here, and again, three major arcana. This is a significant point in your life because you can see the scales down here somewhere. I think they're over here. And here's the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is about connecting to the capital T truths of the higher realm. So all of this is finding out your truth. All of this is pointing back to you. And in doing that, one, it allows you to see things from a higher perspective, from a place of unconditional love without all of our fears, because this also allows us to cut away the small t truths that are, rooted in the fear of losing conditional love, the fear of rejection, the fear of failure, all of these wonderful opinions that are poured into our head as we're growing up in life, right? And so, with all of this, Spirit is saying that the thing that you can do to have things happen quicker in your life is to raise your own inner self love vibration, because things go slow and things get drawn out for us and for the other person, so that we both are able to raise our love vibration, so we draw in new things instead of when we're vibrating at our lower vibrational love that has fear attached to it. We draw in fearful things, right? It's just how the energy works. If I'm focusing on, like, in this case, I'm missing Jacob, we're telling the universe, I really enjoy missing Jacob. Can I miss him some more? Can you make him not respond? Can you, like, pull him further away from me? Because I really am enjoying that. That's what our energy does. And I know it's like, no, that's not what I want. Or we're focusing on what we don't like in our life, and we're telling the universe, our energy is telling the universe, I really enjoy hating things in my life. Can you bring some more things for me to hate? All right, order up, here it comes. Because when we focus our energy on our, like, fear of something living in our life, we will repel it out of our life. If we fear something coming into our life, we will draw it to us, right? It's like the bunny rabbit that went around telling everyone, "The eagle, the eagle, the eagle's gonna come and kill us one day. It's gonna take us away, the eagle." And they said it so loud, the eagle heard him and went like, "Hey, that's a good idea," and swooped down and grabbed the rabbit. But then we can also focus on what we're grateful for in our life, right? And when we're grateful, we're telling the universe, I really enjoy being grateful for things. Can you send me more things to be grateful for? And the universe goes, got it. Whatever we're focusing on is what grows and expands. And so, to answer your original question, it's definitely what we can do is focus on letting go of as many fears as we can around our life in whatever areas, letting go of old emotions that no longer serve, and focus on gratitude, unconditional love, and joy, and laughter, and peace. What we do want to draw in, and then that expands. So this is what they have for you with that. And let me see what you've mentioned here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, see, the missing is the fear is what when you talk about things hurting, that's the prick in our heart of fear. And so when we're looking at um, these feelings like heartbreak and is actually, our heart is so powerful it can never be broken. What we're feeling is like, if someone scares you and go boo, you're like that feeling, that's the heartbreak feeling, right? But the heartbreak loops because we keep on thinking the same thought over and over and over again, which ignites all the feelings, which keeps us in perpetual fear until we're not in fear, because we don't feel heartbreak 24/7. We only have heartbreak when we think and then we're reminded about the situation that we have a story around. Their actions mean that I am not, lovable, good enough, rejectable, whatever it may be. The fear is what's pricking our heart over and over again, sending us into fight or flight mode, which makes us mentally confused, emotionally confused. In we want to attack and or run and hide or both, right? So the more that you make it a habit of focusing on gratitude and these other things, in that moment we don't feel heartbreak. When we focus on what we're grateful for, like focusing on what I'm thankful for, this experience I had with them in my life. I'm grateful for, my eyes, my ears, my arms, my legs, for this. When we're focusing on gratitude and expanding this, we're not in fear. And so we don't feel their fearful feelings and everything that comes with it. And if you have to put an alarm on your phone for every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes, every hour, whatever it takes, every waking hour, don't make it wake you up in the night, but every waking hour, a silent vibrating alarm is a huge thing because, my phone's charging. You have your cell phone with you always, right? And there is this you know ability to change our habit when we are finding ourselves constantly going back to the fearful thoughts, reminders, like I said, extreme every 15 minutes, every half hour, at least every hour, draws us back to changing our habit from focusing on our fears to focusing on the other things, because whatever we're focusing on is what's growing in our life. And that is completely in our control. We're the little rabbit. We're either enjoying life or we're screaming at the eagle to come eat us. It's like, oh, what do I want, right? So that is what I feel they have for you here. Yeah, very good. All right, yeah, and I do see your second donation coming in here. So if you have your additional question, absolutely pop that question down there. All right, yeah, we can definitely take a look here and see what spirit would like you to know. Does he daydream or dream about you? And if so, what's the dreaming about? All right. Okay. I thought I was gonna like, and I was gonna say, unless maybe it's a nightmare too, not any reflection on you, because that's our dreaming is when our subconscious and our spirit team brings things for us to face our fears. So it's by no meaning anything about you. So as far as them, this is them really focused on themselves here. Here's the Empress, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. I feel like they're really focusing on them. So I don't feel like daydreaming is indicated here. I feel like they're more focused in at this time in themselves. Um, yeah, that's there. And the reason I laughed is because we did get the nightmare card. The Nine of Swords is, it's the insomnia, nightmare, all of these things that they're reviewing in their head, all this stuff that's coming up here. So, they've got these thoughts. So they're definitely having dreams. We have the King of Cups, balancing of heart and mind. That's what happens in the dream world when our mind is at rest, you know. Um our That's when, it's like the guard is asleep that's guarding the door. And then our subconscious and our spirit guides all tippy toe in and go, here's the dreaming, and that's why we have so many weird dreams and so many things. And it just represents, unless they're premonitions, it's a lot of characters. It's like finger puppets. They're all us telling us about things that our subconscious and our spirit they want us to know and have these interactions. And and, and that's what's going on in there here. With the Three of Cups, there's three, like this is three people in their dream, but they're all them. They're just showing up as different people, um, trying to show them things about themselves. We've got the Prince of Pentacles here too, which is the Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving knight out of them all. So there is this slowness, this, you know, um, slow, methodical process that they're going through, which, of course, with Virgo, that makes sense too, because they are very methodical and very, going through things. They like things planned out, but they're really seeing different points of view of their relationship, how they're seeing things. But it does come back here because of this nightmare card. It does show that they've got a lot of fear. They've got a lot of um this Three of Cups is really standing out to me too, with the Nine of Swords, because Three of Cups is third party situations, like being cheated on, being you know so there is this feeling of abandonment, this feelings of being left behind, being out in the cold, but they're also seeing themselves on the other side of things, so they have all of these different perspectives they're seeing about stuff. Waking up angry because they have this feeling of being cheated on, and then they wake up feeling guilty because they dream that there's someone that's cheating on someone else. And then they wake up feeling, like they're the third person in between two people as well. And so there's a huge amount of fear related to that. But I like that they're taking the time with the Empress to focus on them and themselves, because they've got this abandonment, feelings that go way back, before even recent history. Either their parents, they experienced it with them. Yeah, so that makes sense. And then also, um, probably maybe even parents or important people that they had earlier in their childhood, they saw it and were like, this is what happens. And then, when it happened to them in their own relationships, it was the abandonment and those fears of early childhood rippling out into their lives. So, they've got this experience that they have, and I understand it feels awful as you're going through it. I have experienced it myself too, but it's important to know, because in hindsight, after we go through it, those awful feelings, those feelings of rejection, those feelings of not feeling worthy, and all those num lower vibrational, feelings we come here to experience, spirit was like, so what did you learn through those relationships when they did that? And um and um they were like, I was like, "Well, people are stupid and mean and hurtful." They're just like, well, no." But if they're a mirror for you, what did you learn about yourself? And I was like, "What do you mean?" I go, "How do you feel you cheated on yourself?" And I'm like, "What? What do you mean how I cheated on myself?" And they're like, "Well, where do you get your self-love from? Where do you get your self-respect? Your excuse me, your definition, your self-definition?" And I'm like, "Well, I guess with all that self, it's supposed to come from myself." And they're like, "Yeah, but where were you looking for your definition of your self-worth and everything?" I was like, "With them." And they're like, "You were cheating on yourself with them." And it was like, and I was like, "Wow." They were. I realized in hindsight that these individuals, all our relationships are mirrors that continue to reflect back to us how we feel about ourselves until we see it. And that's why I had so many. Three out of my five longest term relationships all did that, because they were my teachers. They were my perfect teachers, trying to show me what I wanted to see about myself. It wasn't their fault. I was a little slow in picking up what was being put down, right? But so that is, what they have for you with that there. Yeah, they have feelings they do miss, but, they're really focused mainly on themselves and on their journey. Yeah. Alright, Amy, so that is what they have for you. Thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it, and hang in there. I know it's one of the most important, which all obviously with all the major arcana you get, most important transitional and pivotal, times of our life when we realize we're looking out here for our definition instead of here. So we're cheating on ourselves when we're looking for everyone else to define us. And it's this journey. All those cards were pointing you, focus on you, on you, on you, like they're focusing on them, on them, on them, because that's how you're going to raise your love vibration. Yeah, you can absolutely donate again. And while we're waiting on that, I do want to start on the free readings. So, um, absolutely, you can absolutely donate as many times as you'd like. And if you want to check out my, I do offer personal readings. If you look at the description box down below, um, you might even, it might be, I was gonna say, I'm a Capricorn rising. It might even be cost effective. I know you don't get a immediate like you do here, but you can look and see if you want a personal reading. It might be, it's a pretty reasonable pricing. So you might be like, "Hey, yeah, I'm gonna do one of those." So definitely check that out here. Okay, and I see it came through already here. So we will definitely do that here. Thank you for your additional donation, Amy. And as soon as you ask your question, we will look into that here. Um, so Anya Ahuya, you'll be my first free reading, and then as soon as I see your question pop up there, Amy, we'll jump to that one. And you wanted to know, Anya, will Jay Z ever develop feelings for AS? All right. We've got a lot of this. The Prince of Swords is the Knight of Swords, and the Four of Swords is, it's like the peace of mind, but this is the Ace of Swords here, which is about cutting away expectations and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around, relationships. So, I feel like with this, normally I would say, well, there's a possibility here. The more that AS releases expectations around Jay Z having feelings, it opens up possibilities. But I feel like it's more this movement away from thinking that. Allow the peace of mind to come in that, release the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos around relationships. I feel like it's more urging them to look at um, trusting the creator that they're going to bring in the perfect person in the perfect timing. I know it's the tough one, right? In the perfect way. Because the more expectations we have around relationship, the more we're missing out on all these possibilities. And we're basically telling the universe, nope, nope, it has to be this person in this way, in this timing. And they're like, well, that's not in the cards. They're like, it's not there. And so releasing expectations, trusting, I feel, is what brings peace of mind because in realizing that we're trying to control the relationship or control, someone developing feelings, it's because we have this mindset, kind of what we've been talking about here as well. You might just kind of rewind a little bit. When we have these we're trying to control how things unfold, it's because we've got some fears inside of us that their actions mean something about me when they don't. That Knight of Swords is about connecting to this higher truth, seeing things from a higher perspective, which is double-edged, which the Four of Swords is all about cutting away these fears of losing conditional love, these fears we have of failure, of rejection, and that their actions and words mean something about me. They don't. They just, we have this thought that we've been taught that their actions mean something about us, and they don't. So there's this freedom that comes through this, but I don't feel like they're showing that feelings develop in the current energies. They're like saying, focus on this. This is what's going to help you transform, which makes sense with all this Scorpio and Pluto energy we have. We're in a huge time of rebirth. That's why I feel like the readings for the last couple weeks, I haven't been like, oh yeah, boom, boom, boom. They're like teaching us. They're teaching us. They're helping transform us. It's like the perfect timing for our guides to help us with that. So that is what's coming through, Anya. I know, but that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right, Christy Okana, you'll be the next free reading. I shall return. So thank you again, Amy, so much for your multiple donations. I really appreciate it. So, words of care of reassurance you need to hear for yourself, right? Yeah, let's take a look here and see. Um, I do want to grab an Angels and Ancestor Oracle card for you. So, let's take a look here and see what your angels and your ancestors want you to know. All right. And you've got moon energy coming in here, which definitely makes sense here because I think, let me see here, didn't you have Cancer or something too? Sorry, I'm just scrolling up here. So I thought you mentioned your Cancer moon. Okay. Well, here you go. So there you go. Take note of intuitive messages. No way. You're like, duh, that's what I live in all the time with a Cancer moon. And you definitely know that you are influenced by the moon cycles. So if you are not following the moon cycles, definitely it would be a good investment to invest in something like, this is a great one here, Daily Planetary Guide, which I use it as my planner because then I see the planets and the moon. Like right now, the moon is in Aquarius, which I am an Aquarius sun, so but they, you understand the energies that because you're going to be pulled in all these different directions. Yeah. So, that you might even feel like you're like, why am I emotionally unstable? I have a Pisces moon, so I understand water moons. We are pulled in all like the tides. We're like, whoa, whoa, every couple days, every 2 to 3 days, the sign changes and the moon goes through all the zodiac, right? Every 30 days. So we feel like we have you know, already feel it with it being Aquarius sun that we have a multiple personality. But we feel emotionally unstable when until we realize, oh, it's the moon that's influencing me every couple days. So someday, it's just like you go through the fire and the water, and oh, I feel grounded, and oh, now I feel excited, and we're just like woo. It's like we're on a roller coaster. So definitely, and if you don't want to buy something, that's fine. There's a ton of free content online too, where you can follow the moon phases every day and see what is changing too. But it says use your intuition, practice discernment, see through illusions and blockages. The moon is strongly associated with the divine feminine and the energy of receiving. And if the sun is God, the moon is goddess. And so she offers a powerful energy of polarity and balance. Yay! A cyclic energy, I'm sorry, she has a cyclic energy and is therefore strongly connected to emotions, which often come and go in waves, and to somewhat interesting behavior. So, when the moon appears in a reading, uh, you are often being told that not everything is as it seems. The moon has a dark side, just dark, not negative, and can show you what you've been being kept in the dark about. Lunar energies are surrounding your life, allowing you to understand what is standing in your way. Not everything is as it seems, and you're being guided to use your discernment. And when the moon appears, intuitive or psychic urges are increased. So take note of any feelings arising at this time and all the time. They are messages from your soul and angels. And the moon shines her light on all that has been kept in the dark. So ask yourself if you're avoiding anything or refusing to deal with something of importance. If so, it could be holding you in the shadows when your destiny is to be in the light. If this card appears when you feel someone isn't being completely real with you, know that their intentions will be revealed to you. The moon has no secrets. She reveals all. Yeah, I know it can be tiring. You know, so, the thing that they're kind of mentioning here is I like this reassurance, the moon saying, you're not crazy. Yeah, although I'm not a licensed therapist, so I have to say that here in the United States. But the universe, these cards are saying that your emotions all over the place, it's because you're impacted by the emotions of the moon. And especially whatever we focus on is what grows and expands, especially around full moons. And I know with being a Pisces moon that, most humans will be like 3 days before and 3 days after the full moon and the new moon, people are impacted. We never are not impacted by it. I mean, you think you're coming off of a full moon energy, because you're like a week before and a week after a full moon you're impacted, and a week after and a week before a new moon you are. So you're coming off the full moon, but then the new moon knocks you up, and then the full moon, and then the new moon. So you're always impacted by the moon. So is very important to understand the emotional aspects of the moon and realizing that you have a great power that comes with it. Empathic individuals, not only do you get to feel everyone else's emotions, that's only a small part of your ability. And something that you can develop around there is developing like a gelatin mold around you where you don't take on all the emotions of everyone else in the world. You can still sense them and see them, but they don't come in and flood through your heart and you feel everyone else's emotions. Develop this outer force field, this gelatin mold, whatever way you feel it resonates with you, but you learn to center yourself and ground yourself and create this around you, right? And um, yeah, um, so this moon is what we're talking about, and this is what their answer is for you. So pay attention, don't be jumping, listen, Amy, listen. This is so important for you because you develop this force field around you, and they're giving you the self-assurance that all this emotion and stuff is because you're powerful, and understanding your power, building this beautiful forest field around you allows you not to take on everyone's emotions. So you get to separate your emotions from the others. And then you also understand how your emotions are being impacted by the moon. And you're like, oh, okay. So I'm not this emotional wreck. I'm feeling all these emotions and I'm separating what are mine from others. And then your true power comes in that you have an emotional energy that you put out. And so we can go into a room and a room can be down and people can be down. But if we're in a bright mood, this brightness just fills and people are just, we can't make people choose love, unconditional love, or fear, because each moment's either one of those. But we make it harder or easier for them to choose unconditional love or fear by the energy that we are putting out from us, right? We can also bring down a room. We can, people are all joyful. If we come in and we're in a bad mood, it's like suddenly there's like a fog came in and people are like, whoa, what just happened? And so there is this power that you have to look at your emotions, and you have this amazing ability, and this goes into everything else we've talked about too. Whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. So when you're focusing on it's hard, I'm in pain, I have fear, well, you're growing those emotions exponentially. And when you interact with whoever, with your Virgo, your emotional energy of fear is going on to there. And what does that do? It makes them choose fear easier instead of unconditional love. So, it's such an important thing right now to realize you are powerful. The emotions you feel are powerful. And if you take their advice about having an alarm on your phone that goes off, silent vibrating, so you're not irritating yourself and others, but it's to bring you back to your power, bring you back to your emotions. Make sure to track the moon and see how you can use those energies, because every zodiac sign has lower vibrational energy and higher vibrational energy. So like Aquarius, you look at the higher vibrational energy and Aquarius moon today, and you use those for your benefit, and you'll see things change. Tomorrow and Monday, Pisces moon, water energy. So you're going to feel a lot of emotion so you can prepare for it. And it's about knowing what's happening, and it's like very empowering for you. So this is what I feel their message is for you, Amy, with that. So set the alarm on your phone. Your spirit guides are like, do this, and it's going to change your life, because the amount of energy, emotional energy you put out makes things happen, right, for your life. And so focus on what you're grateful for, unconditional love, joy, peace, laughter, as much as you can. And that expands that energy within your life. Focusing on the darker emotions, that expands in your life as well. So much love to you, Amy. I understand. I was suicidal at one point in my life because of everything that I felt. That was many, many years ago, and I'm so glad that Spirit kept me around. And so don't give up hope. You have an amazing power. Okay. All right. Much love to you, Amy. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. And Jordan, thank you so much for your donation on PayPal and on Pen Pal, as I called it earlier. And you want to know, so the Sagittarius, how does oh, okay, you are Sagittarius. How does your Aries feel about you moving on? All right. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see. How does this Aries feel about you moving on? What else, please? And thank you for your donation if I did not thank you. I got all into your question and I can't remember if I did uh, that or not here. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I definitely see here we've got you know, the feelings they have about you. One, the two, the high priestess here, of course, she's this energy of stepping away and into her high temple. So of course, this is this energy. They feel like you are gone. They feel like, of course, the missingness that they have there. And the Empress, they're like, the Empress is free. She's free flowing. She has no restrictions. She runs naked in the forest. She just doesn't have these, which is very Sagittarius, right? But she's like, but they see you as, like, wow, there's this no containing them, and oh no, it's like they've got to be free, and they understand that. I feel like they see you as, as this very divine feminine energies. You have the number two, the high priestess, and number three, the empress, right after each other, and they kind of see there's these emotions that they have of this always happens to me. I fall for someone, you know, and people always leave me. Whoa, woe is me. Not, we all experience that. I say that because your spirit guides are putting on this dramatic presentation of it, someone throwing themselves on a casket and, oh, like we're taught to, oh my gosh, this is horrible. Just, oh, woe is me, um, but yeah, because again, this is like the dramatic thing. The death of my dreams have been destroyed. There's this dramatic side here that comes in with them there. And just drama, capital D drama that's happening here. And yeah, I mean, we've got all this stuff that's here because we got the four of wands, which is the marriage card, and the celebration and stuff, and we've got the five and the seven of swords about all this conflict that comes into their mind around these things. And it's all happened on purpose, for a purpose, and you're I feel like the big piece that you were to teach them is to have them face these fears. The five of swords, swords are thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, attitudes, expectations, and I feel like that's why they felt such a strong emotions around the empress can't be contained because all this is containment. They try to control, they try to things have to be a certain way. I feel like they had a very almost militant childhood of, you know, this is exactly how things have to be and should be and need to be and must be. And punishment if it's not, right? I feel like they had a lot of life of punishment, not a whole lot of praise, because we're taught and conditioned through praise and punishment. But I feel like again, militant, it's more punishment, not so much praising for things, right? So I feel like, since you've moved on, they are, they have all these fears around it, this stuff that is being forced in front of them. When you look of a five and a seven of swords, when you think of like a six of swords, there's three on each side, and there's this wonderful flow in the middle. And then if you have a five or a seven, that's like this big boulder gets stuck right in the middle of the river, which dams up the river, which makes them, you have to face this. Here it is. And I feel like this was like your journey. They're showing me, did you ever see, is it Moonlighting? Moonlight. I forget. It's the one with Cher in it. It's an older movie where some guy had a crush on her, and he confessed it, and she slapped him. And he was still looking at her, like, with the googly eyes, and so she slapped him again, and she said, "Snap out of it." And that's how I feel like that was your role in this drama of theirs, is to really wake them up to all these fears they have and all these restrictions and all this control that they try to have over life, you know? But, so I like it. You deserve a Grammy award or whatever, an Oscar, right? It's an Oscar for your performance, uh, and, I like it. I like it. It's one of those life-changing moments for them that they will have, yeah, that they'll get this balance. They've the 2 of Pentacles coming into, so there's this balancing that's coming in here, and, yeah, yeah. Because we've got the King of Swords who rules over thought and belief and mindset, and the Hierophant, which is this invitation for them to go inward and find their capital T truths that they find with this Ace of Swords. So it's an important thing there. You know, I just feel it's very dramatic. Their feelings are very extreme, but you know, it was meant. This was the agreement you had before you came down here. This was the part that you signed up to play for them, and them for you. And you're like, okay, we've learned. And thank you. I would like to thank the Academy. And you know, who else would you like to thank? But that's what's coming through, Jordan. So hopefully that is helpful. I feel like uh, you definitely, with your Sagittarius energy to move forward and move on, was right, right on cue. You didn't miss your cue. You knew all your lines. Boom, you nailed it. So that's what they have. And again, thank you so much for your donation. Many blessings to you, Jordan. All right. All right, Christy Okana, you are up next. Let me just take a quick sip here. All right. You'd like a general reading? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit have for you? All right. Card came flying out here. Wow, more transitioning of thought and belief and mindset. I like this. If you've been having any trouble sleeping or any nightmares or weird, bizarre dreams, well, one, we've been having a lot of Pluto energy and Scorpio full moon energy. So this could have sparked a lot, but they were coming up on purpose for purpose, just to help you transition and transform, you know, move from some old ways of thinking to some new ways of thinking, releasing some thought patterns. So if you've been having these dreams come up, it has been because your higher self and your subconscious just wanted to release some more stuff, transform some more things. I feel like these are like dotting the I's and crossing the T's around some things, that it just was a good, they weren't like nightmares. It was just like you felt okay with what you were dreaming about, and with this movement of things out of your mindsets. It's just like putting things to rest. It's like I feel like there's just boom, boom, boom. You've been working on this, you've applied it, and now this is like, it's almost like the proof that you're like, okay, it's done. I've read over it. It's completed. I'm closing the file. It's getting filed away now. It's done. And I feel like that is what they wanted you to know just here, that if you have been having that dreaming, that is what it's about. And it there's like this completion feeling that's coming in. And I feel like it's 3 areas. Boom, boom, boom. 3, it's like the process, but also it's with 3 different things or 3 different people or 3 different situations, that this lane of rest to these things, is what is coming to fruition, or what has. So I like it for you, Christy, and that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And Cambanese, you will be my next free reading up. I do have a donation coming in. Thank you so much, Priyanka, for your donation. And you want to know Rakesh's current feelings for you. Let's take a look here and see what is going on inside of Rakesh. Wow, I love that, Christy. Congratulations, too. Kudos to you for sure. So I love that. Boom shakalaka. All right, Priyanka, just pulling in one more card here. All right, here we go. All right. Interesting with Rakesh's feelings here. We've got the Tower card here. So I don't know if you guys have been talking or not. This energy here with the Tower, which is someone, something being removed out of your life on purpose for a purpose to open up a pathway for you to move towards something more in alignment with who you are. Because you also have the Judgment card, which is your higher self pulling you to a pulling you out of where you were to somewhere else. And this is normally the 20 card, which is two X's, which is telling me double endings and double new beginnings too. I feel like there's this ending, this transformation that's definitely coming here, because we also have the 10 of staffs. So a lot of endings and new beginnings that are coming in here. And we've got this, um all this energy, all this burden, this that's been put into things lately, and it's coming to an end. It's like all of this burden, all of this energy, just so much that you've been carrying is being released to allow you to focus on one thing, one other thing here. So, we've got here the Princess of Cups, which is Page of Cups, which is a new love coming in. And I feel like that this is representing an ending of interactions with Rakesh, because you're heading off into a new love. Again, someone who is more in alignment with who you are, more. It's for your higher experience to be with this other new individual. I feel like you've learned a lot about yourself through Rakesh here, but I feel like it is. Oh, they're your husband. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's new love headed your way. So possibly, and I know I don't want to be a surprise communicator here for you, but it's possible that Rakesh isn't going to be in your life here in the near future. Because I just feel like there's so much that's been here that that you have new love headed your way. That's someone who's more in alignment for you here. So I know. But it's just so here, it's the Tower, the Judgment card, and the 10. Those are all about endings and new beginnings, things with them being removed out of your life for you. So I don't want to worry you or anything, but I do feel like there is this energy here of this new love that definitely is coming in here for you. I mean, there's always an underlying spiritual meaning, to the Ace of Cups, that you find this love from within you and up above in your connection to yourself in the spirit world. But I just feel like such a strong message here that you have just invested so much of yourself, and I don't feel like you get harvest back from it. I feel like you give and you give and you give and you get very little. And I feel like there is this ending that's coming here. But people don't leave us. Like, we don't lose jobs. Things are removed out of our life for us. In life, the Tower card is that things don't happen to us. Things are The universe is kind, the universe is on our side. Things always unfold, and people do leave. Situations do leave our lives, so that it is for our highest to make space in our life for our higher experience and to clear our path so we head towards what our soul is wanting us to be destined for. So Wow. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, Priyanka. I just feel like there is this energy of endings and beginnings, and it's for a new love here. Um, unless it's things can't stay the way they are and things have to get closer between you. But I just feel like so much of these endings and beginnings coming here. So that's all I can tell you, Priyanka. I whatever is coming this way here, there it does seem to be like there's an ending to a situation here and a new beginning for you. So hopefully their health as well. I don't want to put any fears or anything out there because that's not who I am, but it is a very strong message that there is this ending and new beginning coming up here in your life, and it is for you. So um, that is what's coming through. So I'm glad you guys have a nice mutual understanding. But yeah, I'm not sure here. Well, I mean, what is the root of you asking for their current feelings for you? Do you have any concerns? Do you have any fears? What is the root of why you're asking, right? Because it feels like there's, yeah, it could be possible that you do start a new life. But if you're asking what are their current feelings for you, do you have concerns about their feelings, or where's that coming from too, right? But that is what they have here. So sorry if I've created any, if their messages have created any concerns or confusion, but that is what is coming through right now. So we shall see what unfolds here. So hang in there, Priyanka. Again, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Um, hey, Patty, thank you so much for your donation. Anya, I think you were the first one. No, no, I did take care of that. You were in between some donations, so you might scroll back a little bit. But I think I just maybe 30 minutes ago ish. Um, but I did not skip you. I remember pulling cards definitely for that. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. No, no, no need to apologize at all. All right. So, Patty, thank you for your donation. And you want to know W's, Gemini X feelings towards you and if someone else is interested in you. All right. Let's take a look here and see what we have going on here. So, for Gemini's feelings first. All right. All right. Well, well, well. So we've got those cards. And then is someone else interested in you? All right. All right. And then this is hidden underneath that one. All right. So let's take a look here and see what we got. Starting off with your Gemini here. All right. William, very Gemini energy here. So we've got I feel here the Nine of Wands is like this energetic block. And we have the High Priestess here, which is, they're like, that you they feel like there's a block between you two, obviously. But the high priestess is like that. I almost feel like they have in the back of their mind that you're the one that blocked me, and that you're the one that steps away and you were distant, always up in your high priestess temple. That's what the high priestess is about, being away. And we've got this the moon card, which is, again, like the high priestess. You just were um hidden. I just felt like I didn't know you. There was so many things that um you know okay, that makes sense. you know there's this and yeah, and the going in a different direction. It just like, I don't know what happened. They kind of feel like they don't have a clue of Why? There's all this mystery. Why did you go a different way? It's unseen, you know. And they have the 10 of swords too, which the 10 of swords is, they kind of feel like when in them being an air sign, but I had all these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts, and they're feeling like what they're like questioning a lot of their thoughts and beliefs around a relationship, because I feel like they had a ton of rules around relationships, and I feel like they just are feeling exhausted from trying to figure out what they did, and why things didn't work out the way that they expected it to, and that it had to, supposed to, should, must, all these things. So I feel like that it is. They kind of don't get it. They're like, but we were checking off so many things on the list of what a relationship should be and supposed to be in their mind. But I feel like they do. They just kind of don't get it. I feel like they just have no, like when you said you went NC on them, I kind of feel like that stands for no clue. The NC of the NC, I have no clue of the no contact. What happened? Um, and but I feel like they are, of course, investing a lot of thinking time and trying to analyze what happened, with whatever information they feel they have. But interesting. But that's what's coming through for that. And then someone else interested in you. Let's take a look here and see what we have here. Oh, so that's the hidden. Ooh, okay. Well, I do feel like there is, someone there. Oh, well, that explains it. They don't get it. They have all these rules and all these things, but it's about them. They don't have a clue about, the other things. So I see that here. All right. So we've definitely there is someone that is interested in you here with the Two of Cups, but this was the thing that was hidden. There's some things behind the scenes. They're keeping it very much on the down low. It is the wish fulfillment here with the Nine of Cups too. They're like they really have a strong desire to be with you. Um, so they are there. I almost feel Capricorn energy here, with the Devil card. But in the meantime, this is also a secondary message here because this was right in the middle between here. Well, because you need this first here, is why they haven't come through. They're being kept at bay. Things are intentionally turned slow for you because the Queen of Pentacles, it's time for Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself and really digging deep into here with the, uh, this challenges your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets around relationship and supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's as well, and to see the cage that you might have yourself in a little bit with everything that you've been taught growing up. And so there's this freedom that's coming, letting the stuff go and allowing yourself a more freedom to be yourself. And this is very much like Empress energy of you being free and freeing yourself from a lot of expectations and fears. I can understand coming out of a relationship with a narcissist, you probably have some, um, say trepidations. I don't, that's not a word I use. I have trepidations about relationships and trusting these people. But I feel like you're getting into this good place to release yourself, right? From fears and feeling just so much control, which I definitely understand now with because narcissists like to control a lot of, you know, um, I feel like there's a lot of spidey sensitivities that you're kind of maybe a little hyper aware of people's actions, and they want time for you to kind of release fears, release these things so that you can not um, over respond to someone else's uh beliefs, because it I feel like this Capricorn, because I feel like it will be a Capricorn. Capricorns are thinkers. I know I'm a Capricorn rising, big thinkers, right? And uh they have a lot of, they do a lot of their, shadow work and stuff. But you're like, you may see similarities, that, so, like, if it quacks like a duck, it walks like a duck, it eats like a duck, blah blah blah, it's a duck. Well, this one is, they just have feathers, and you're like, I don't know, is that a duck? And it's like, no, that's a parrot or a cockatiel, or whatever toucan Sam is. It's like, no, this is a different type of bird. And so rather than going whoop whoop whoop, you'll be like, wait a minute, I'm open to that. This is a bird, but what type of bird is it? Okay, it's not what I have had before. So I feel like this time for you to kind of calm and work through some things, nurture yourself, giving yourself some much needed self-love, and treating yourself. And then you'll be, then when the timing is, because they're doing their shadow work too, they will, arise and show themselves. So I like it, Betty. All right. And that is what they have for you. So, again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. Hey, Dune, I see your hand. There was one person that donated right before you on PayPal. So you'll be up next. But Renee, hello. Hello. How are you? I am doing very well. And all right. So, okay. So let's take a look here. I see your question. And let's see what if they would like that or not. All right. Okay. You know, we've got the 10 of wands and the 8 of swords here. Um, and I feel like with these, it almost feels like that it might come across as too much energy, with the 10 of wands. It's almost like the too much too soon. And in this case, they're just like, I feel like this is like a little stop sign saying, no, like your spirit is recommending here. And this is not um, the normal meaning of the card, because it's usually, kind of different with more flowing, but this is like, they're like saying, just stop yourself from doing that. Don't do that. It's going to feel like too much too soon. Yeah. But there is this a lot of movement. There's a lot of movement of emotion and passion and choice. And so very positive energies here. And I kind of feel like they're saying, like, um, yeah, don't do that. But, definitely it's wonderfully unfolding here. So they kind of want to affirmate, kind of give you an affirmation and say, we appreciate the effort. Just know that this is okay. Everything's moving along already very fast. 8 of wands is fast, fast, fast. And the chariot is fast, fast movement as well, but victory and power of choice and stuff. But I feel like they're saying things are moving fast, already, just just a little bit. They're showing me the little, how you can rub your lower eardrum and USA, USA, just ooh, just it's okay, it's okay. They're funny. Your spirit guides are funny. So that's what's coming through, for you, Renee. So I like it. So many blessings to you again. Thank you so much for your donation. All right. All right, Dune, thank you so much for your donation as well. And You asked here, you're learning Arabic. I know, I am so impressed. And will it change your life? All right, let's take a look here and see what does Spirit wants you to know around learning Arabic. Just such an ancient language. I feel the energy of it. All right. Yeah, I do see here. I feel like you're going to learn it fast here. I just feel like it's, fast moving energy. I just put this card in and it came flying back out. And it's, definitely this is about communication too. So I feel like it does help your life here. Um, you've got both the Five of Wands and the Four of Wands. And the Five of Wands is about a changing energy. It's this very cool. Yeah, so there is this change that feels conflicting in the beginning, but it turns into something so loving and powerful and supportive, which again with the Four of Wands here, this is about joy and celebration and marriage. So I really feel here that yeah, I think it will change your life. I feel like it's going to open up doors here to where you might even meet your future partner through doing that. Whether you're doing translation work or when you're studying or something, it's this bond that brings you together with someone. So I really like that. Yeah, and you have the King of Cups. So King of Cups, they roll over emotion, balanced with mind. So there is this balancing of heart and mind that come in here too. So I feel it just really helps balance things out within your life too. But yeah, I feel like I had a deja vu with this Dune. I don't know. Have you talked about this before? About studying Arabic? Because I feel like it's like we've talked about this before, and that love comes your way through it. So I either dreamt it, but I feel very huge deja vu. It's like, wow. So I really like that. So definitely, okay. I feel like it does bring in love. In fact, I wonder, and now we're gonna have to go search search through all the lives. It's like, I know. I feel like it came through before. It feels so familiar, which, that's the way it comes in to my brain anyway. It's like I'm remembering something that already happened. Um, oh, well, maybe that's the conflict in the beginning, but it turns into something, later. Maybe you get a tutor to help you with your pronunciation and ta-da, I don't know. But definitely, I feel it definitely does impact your life in a positive way. Uh, so I like it. You're not fluent yet, but don't give up. Yeah. So I feel like once you complete the application, using an app that you're going to be using this, and maybe you're joining a community learning Arabic, and so you all help each other, or you find someone that tutors or something. But it definitely has to do with your progression of learning this. So very much a thumbs up on that. This is a positive thing for you, and it does positively impact your life. I like it. I like it, dude. All right. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you so much. Um, yeah, very cool. Very cool. I like that. All right, Tune. So many blessings to you. Enjoy your journey. And I think we left off here with Cambanese. So thank you so much. And you want to know, will you be able to get around a $5 to $7 hourly raise with your new promotion soon? All right. Wow. That would be awesome. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right. Well, I think this is a yes. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment card, King of Pentacles, abundance, overflowingness. Very strong cards here for this. So um, it's very fast and an easy answer there. There's no doubt that you do have this abundance that comes in. It's like a dream come true. So I like it. And that's what they have for you, Kambani. So sorry if you waited a long time to go get the answer, but it's a great answer for it as well. So I like it. All right, Sherry, you are up next. Was your lucid dream playing with you, or was it real spirits that came to meet you that night? All right, so let's take a look here. Yeah, I feel here that it was actual spirits that you interacted with on the, the lucid ethereal plane here. The reason I say that is because this Ace of Swords here is about seeing things from a higher perspective, and it was new communication coming in for you from them. Also, the Six of Pentacles is a giving and receiving type of energy. And I really like that about you, about this dream and this it felt very ancient, this energy for some reason here. I know there's like the pentacles on this tree. It just feels like a very ancient tree, and there's this connection. And this is what, with this coming in, it just felt very like the tree people. It just felt very earthy, type of grounding type of energy that came in too. So I would feel like it definitely feels like it was. Um, real spirits meeting with you on the spirit plane, on the ethereal plane, and I like it. So that is what they have for you, Jerry, and many blessings to you. All right, Outlander, you are up next here, and what are the crushes Aries S's current romantic intentions and actions towards you in June? All right, so let's look at, based on current energies, what is coming forward in June. All right. Well, we definitely have a lot of thinking going on here. Their actions. We have the Wheel of Fortune, so things are turning and churning for you in June. Which this is, even your human feels like it's um, fortunate for you. It's the wheel of the four tune, the tune of for you. So there is this change that happens in June where things move forward. There is this endings and beginnings of things. And this movement of thought and belief is also movement, a movement energy. It starts off with their changing of their thinking and their approach, and that would be their intentions, are moving forward. And so there is this movement that comes in here. So I really like it. They're, definitely movement energies, positive movement energies. Often the Six of Swords is moving from choppy waters to calmer waters. So I feel like things are working themselves out. And that makes sense. There's some stuff in their life, in their world, that needed to shake out and complete so that they could feel they could move forward and have that ability there. So that is what is coming through, Outlander, and I like it. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. Cheery. OMG. And just real quick, since I noticed, just thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you give the video. It does help spread the Zen love. So thank you guys so much for being part of the love tsunami. I know it seems like a small thing, but it does help spread the videos, my other free videos and everything that I offer. So much, much appreciated. Thank you. All right. So Virgo girl, you want to know his feelings and next actions towards you. All right. Well, there is this emotion that's coming in here. I mean, the moon is super emotional, deeper emotion too. And the King of Cups here, they rule over water and emotion with the Queen. They're also given, though, a portion of air. So they are very balanced in their emotions and mind. So, they definitely have emotion, they definitely have feelings. And being a Virgo, you probably appreciate that they are balanced in their approach. In some ways, right? They have their mind really, um, it, I don't, it's not like they're a teenager that just uh, has emotions and just acts on them. They think things out, they plan things out, they take their time. They've realized when they've leaped into the unknown before that sometimes it's not so good to do that. But they also have a little bit of um, excitement. They're not afraid to take chances, but they're just kind of taking their good old time with having things unfold. They're plotting, they're planning. I feel like they are a romantic, with what I'm feeling and picking up here, because I'm picking up Knight of Cups energy too, which is the romantic and the movement of emotion. So I feel like they will be. I almost feel like sometimes they're too subtle in their actions, that they don't leap enough. But I feel like the leaping comes later. I feel like they just want to test the waters. They're showing me a knight walking out onto a frozen lake, and they're kind of just testing it with their sword to see how thick the ice is before they start jumping and doing things, because they don't want to fall through the ice and die. So I feel like they're taking their time with it. So I like it. I feel like you're going to be um, they're going to become less and less subtle here, and share their romantic feelings here very soon. So that is what I feel coming through, Virgo girls. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. Don't be scared, Cherry. They are beings of unconditional love and light. They never, ever, ever will hurt you. They're only there for you. So nothing to fear. Um, they are, everything on the ethereal plane is of unconditional love and light. Um, so just if you feel scared, just do um, before doing anything, just always surround yourself in love and light. And that creates this barrier around you where nothing of fear or anything else can come in, to your bubble. Only things of unconditional love and light. You already have that around you, but if it makes you feel safer, just reinforce it and move forward with it. All right, Maju. Hello, Maju. Thank you so much. And how will your next week be? Wow, I like it. It's going to be a lot of activity here with the Eight of Wands, a lot of communication, a lot of energy, 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 but a lot of abundance too with the Ten of Pentacles. There's just a lot of feelings of fullness. So I feel like you get a lot of attention, a lot of, you know, maybe texting, contacting of all sorts. But you just feel this wholeness and this completeness next week. So you feel like your life is very full next week, and I can see why, because it feels like you're getting a lot of love, a lot of attention, a lot of interactions with people, but it just your life feels full next week. So I like it for you, and that is what they have. So many blessings for you. And Blue Eyes, hello, hello. I am doing well. I hope you are doing well. And you want to know what your glow up of your energy is? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about your glow up here? Mm, I like it. You really stepping into your authentic self and expressing yourself in this beautiful way. The Queen of Cups rolls over water. She also is given a second portion of water. So she's the master of emotion, but also connecting to your intuition, connecting into your abilities. And I feel like this globe of energy is you going to a new level in your energetic awareness, the clarity of the messages that you get from spirit, of how you share it, of it feels like you're stepping into your power in a very unique and authentic way, and that you're not being pulled in different directions. here. And I really feel like this bear energy, this bear spirit is significant for you, as well as like this eagle spirit that's coming in. I just feel like it's an important totem for you, a bear spirit and an eagle spirit that comes in here for you. But I just feel like possibly you are even connecting more to your spirit animals here, your spirit guides. And I feel like they're just speaking just super, super clear for you, where you're just like, whoa, no way. And it's just, I feel like your mind is being blown in different ways from the spirit realm with the amount of messages that they're giving you, both in the outside world, like license plates and songs and rogue junk emails and different things where you're just like, what? No way. And then things just dropping into your mind out of nowhere, answers, messages, even like if you're not thinking about a loved one who's passed and you're just doing something and all of a sudden this memory gets activated. Well, it's them and they're licking their finger. They're touching a memory to have it activate so that you know they are with you. And then also these emotional messages. Even I feel like you're picking up senses, like you're smelling things, and you're going like, "Wow, that was cigar or perfume or whatever it is that you're or apple pie," whatever it is that makes you remember some people who've gone to the other side. I just feel like this is a huge, um, like your spiritual gifts are on steroids and it's taking you to this new level. So I really like that coming in here. So that is what they have for you, Blue Eyes. So many blessings to you. All right, Aldona. Hello, hello. I am doing well. I hope you are doing well. And you'd like a general reading? Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit have here for you. Alrighty. Wow, you definitely have this new birth that's coming up here. The Empress is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So always a message to treat yourself and allow yourself to make decisions and have this prioritization of you. And you have the King of Pentacles, which is about abundance coming into your life in this fullness. I mean, she is all about harvest and new birth. And here you are with this abundance coming in here. So I really like this. It is time for you to make choices and to treat yourself with the love that you give so many others. And so there is this return here of coming back to you and making yourself a priority right now, and allow yourself this gift of receiving. You give, and now it's time for you to allow the universe to give back to you. So I really like that for you. So allow it, allow gifts, allow things. Don't, no, 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 I'm okay. Say thank you. That's the big thing. There's this program called Dale Carnegie, which is about. It's been around for a long time. The big book was Making Friends and Influencing People. But when I was in management and corporate life, we were voluntold to take these classes that they came to actually our building to do. And one of the biggest transformative things is they split us off into small groups, and we had to write something that we appreciated about each individual. And then each person took a turn sitting there while people told them what they appreciated about them. And it is so hard. But the only thing that we were allowed to say is thank you, because we realized how we were all designed to, oh, no, 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 you are this, or oh, you're silly, you're blind, you don't see things clearly. How we detract and push away these things because we don't feel worthy, when we're taught to, no, 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 but so I feel like it's time for you to sit there and allow people to tell you how amazing you are and what they want to give you, and all you get to say is, well, thank you, thank you, thank you. So that's what's coming in, Aldona. So many blessings to you, and you're welcome. You can say, "Thank you." All right. So, Star Girl, you are up. So, how does he feel? Let's see how he feels after meeting with him today. How does he find you? Oh, all right. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here. All right. All right. Well, we've got the Two of Cups here. So, evidently, there is attraction there. And I like this. The Three of Wands is about it's going a different direction than that they had anticipated, and they're seeing things differently. And there's this, they're cutting away some of their old expectations. So I like this. I feel like maybe, not maybe. I don't know why I even say the word maybe. They are. Um, they've had these preconceived ideas because of all the people they've met before, and they're just like, okay, well, this is how it's going to go, this is what's going to happen, blah blah blah. And then they meet you and they're like, whoa, you are not what I expected, in a positive way. They're just like, okay, this may go differently than the others have gone, because I'm intrigued. The word intrigued is there. So I really like this. I feel like there is this, they're seeing things differently. Um, and it's very positive. I felt a connection there like they haven't before. So I like it, like on different levels too. Um, they just emotionally, physically, mentally. So you must have had some really interesting conversations, because I feel like they were um, sparked in all areas, if that makes sense. So that's what I am having coming through, Star Girl. So many blessings to you. And Maju Busal, hello, hello. You'd like a general guidance on how to improve yourself. Happy birthday to you. Hope you're doing something special for yourself. All right, let's take a look here and see what guidance Spirit has for you on how you can, yeah, makes sense. Connect to your higher self, right? So there's this message here. The lion here is your human. Here with the infinity symbol up here is your higher self. And the message that comes through with the lion is really the Four of Cups, is a very similar message, in that this person's bored of these three cups emotions. Things haven't filled us up in the past, because this is what we're searching for, which is what this higher self gives us. Because the lion is told, look out into the outside world for that which will fill up your thirst. Because the lion comes and it's very thirsty. The human is, right. It's told, look out here to drink from relationships, situations, and things, and those will take away your thirst. And so, like all of us, the lion goes out and drinks of relationships. But relationships are unstable. People change, people pass away, people walk away. It's not very satisfying. Situations, jobs, education, different social status, and things, the situations we get in, we drink of that. If it fills us up at all, not for very long, because it's constantly changing, right? And then things, we're told, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions, those things will fulfill us. We get it, and nothing seems enough. All these things aren't making us, taking away our thirst. It's more like soda, like, pop or Coke, whatever you drink, it's full of so much sodium that it makes us even more thirsty than we were before, right? We're just like, so the lion eventually gets to a point where it's hangry, it's like hungry, angry, or thirsty, hungry, thirsty. Wait, no, hateful, thirsty. But they're just so desperate to have this thirst quenched that they're roaring in the jungle. And that's when our higher self makes itself known to us, because what we're thirsting for is this Ace of Cups. This is the chalice, the Holy Grail. It's full of the unconditional love of up above. It is what takes our thirst away. And it just so happens that our higher self is a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. So it is able to give us the cup. It's like, come here, drink, drink, drink. And then this, you know, roaring lion turns into a purring little cub sitting in the lap of our higher self, which allows us to feel so full, the thirst taken away, and we're no longer so desperate to find this in the outside world because we couldn't find it. It was in here all along. Then, when we fill up with that on the inside, we are that chalice. We fill up with that, and it flows out to the world, and we see the world in a completely different way because instead of it falling short, it's above and beyond. And so it feels like abundance in the outside world instead of lack. So I like this for you, Manju, and that's what they have for you. And again, happy birthday to you. All right. Sloka Sancher, you are the next free reading coming up here. So, what career path would your guides want you to take? Does it have something to do with spirituality or something else? Yeah, it's always a scavenger hunt, right? Trying to discover what is it that I'm supposed to do in my life. And I like it that, we do come down here to experience life, to experience the scavenger hunt, to experience walking and not knowing. Because on the other side, we want to know what is it like over there? Boom, we're over there, right? We want to know something, the information comes in because of the connection we have to creator and all of spirit. We are omnipotent and omniscient and all over the place, right? But down here, we veil ourselves from that ability and power so that we can find out what it's like to take a step out of a time and get from one place to another and to enjoy the process. And the scavenger hunt of discovering what is this life purpose? What do I want to do? That is part of the scavenger hunt and doing it. So they'll give us bits and pieces, but a big part of it is discovering it for ourselves. So enjoy the discovering process of it's like going to a big banquet, not having eaten any of the food before and just trying a little taste of stuff and going, does this bring me joy? No. Does this? Oh, well, more of that, and it's kind of that is what they're showing me here. Yeah. Because we do have here the Three of Wands, which is taking a different direction than you had before in your life. You definitely, it's something brand new, something you haven't experienced. And the Five of Pentacles here is this feeling of abandonment, of lack, of being left out in the cold, and doing that. And this is this change. The Five of Pentacles is the change of your approach to abundance and sustenance. And I feel like a part of all this that takes you in a different direction is you're learning more and more that it's not humans of the outside world that bring us what we need in each moment. Yeah, they might be the delivery company giving us money or food or whatever with work and whatever, but it is creator, it is spirit world that brings us what we need in each moment. And it's a great transition because humans, when they're in fear, they go into fight or flight mode and self-survival, and they will pull back their support from us. And what I like about this for you is that you're learning to trust, you're developing this trusting relationship that you will bring me what I need in each moment, what I need. They've never failed us. We've always had what we needed in each moment, or we wouldn't be here right now. So we've always had what we needed, and usually even more than we needed, a lot of wants too, because they love us so much. They do want to give us more than just the bare bread and water necessity, right? But you're developing this relationship with them that you're not concerned so much about what abundance comes to you financially and that because I'm going to have what I need in each moment. Maybe not what my ego wants. I want a mansion and millions of dollars because I'm going to feel safe and secure and blah blah blah. But there's this adjustment that's happening with this in the area of your life which allows you to be more open to going doing something. And so I like this trust and this relationship because it is taking you into a direction that is unlike anywhere you've gone before. Let's take a look here. I just want to pull a quick card around spirituality or something else here. You have the Eight of Sacred Circles, which is the Eight of Pentacles, which means There is studying to be done, and with you, because it's usually learning, they're learning a task, they're learning something new, and then there's a movement in your life. It's like an apprentice becoming a master. So I feel like they're saying that they're not going to tell you if it's spirituality or something else. They want you to do that smorgasbord. And if it requires some learning, which it will, because it's something you haven't even thought of doing before, so take a look at there. Look at all these different occupations, these different spiritual practices. Just look at it all and see what your heart is drawn to. What makes your heart sing is what I feel. It's part of the scavenger hunt. They don't want to just give you a scroll telling you what and who you're supposed to be and should be, need to be. They're like, sometimes there's not an exact thing because you'll learn through a variety of things, but just trust your heart and follow your heart. So that's what's coming through for you, Shloka. I know I want to scroll too, but it's been the journey. So that is how we're done there. Yeah, Aldona, I just finished yours not too long ago. Let's see. One, two, three, four people ago. So you can scroll back. You're after Blue Eyes and before Stargirl, if that helps. But you are done. All right, Shirley Maydor, hello, hello. So you had a job interview yesterday for 2 hours. Can you tell you if you will get this job and be able to work your part time? And I hope Serenity is doing well. I've been giving energy to them. So hopefully they are doing well, Shirley, and getting better and better and better. All right. Anything else here? No. Okay. So I like this. We've got the Ten of Swords, which is the ending of old expectations. Whoa. And beginning of new things here. And I love the Emperor energy too, because this is Aries energy, which is new beginnings as well. So I feel like this is very much a yes, but there's um the expectations here and with the emperor has this strong connection because the emperor is like in this royal chamber with all of their guides and advisors, giving them all the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos and the have tos and the must, blah blah blah, right? And I feel, at some point they tell everyone, thank you for all of your suggestions and your opinions, but it's time for you all to leave. And I get to decide, what goes forward here. So I like this that in the Aries Emperor energy is about you stepping up and you choosing for you. And I feel like part of what unfolds here with this interview and getting the job is um, about flexibility and being able to do both, and that not being afraid to ask for what you're wanting, that you don't have to fit into what everyone else wants. So that it can work and it can come together, but it is about you stepping into the authority of your life as well and going, you know what, is it possible, like and this is not exactly what for you, but this is the example they're giving me for my life. It's like instead of working 5 8-hour days, can I work 4 9s and a 4? I think that adds up to 40 hours. Yeah, to where I can have because I do this um horses with students and stuff, and Friday afternoons would be good. Or can I, do, half a day Wednesday and make up the time on the other? Is there a way to have alternate schedules or something? And it's just you stepping up and asking, not going, well, that's not how it's supposed to work. But you're like, you know what? I'm going to ask what is possible instead of just go by what everyone else is saying is supposed to be, should be. Like you might ask someone at this new job and they're like, "Oh, no, no, no. They never do that." And you're like, "Well, is there a way to find out?" And they're like, "Sure, I'll ask." And they come back going, I don't know what has happened. Last time I asked like 6 months ago, but they're being much more open with scheduling. And actually, this is our slow time on Wednesdays, and they're like, "Yeah, we'd much rather have you work 4 10s and have a day off on this day or whatever." It's that kind of thing. So I feel that's what's coming through, Shirley. So many, many blessings to you. And I'm happy to see what unfolds here. And happy Saturday to you with all of your red balloons and 4 leaf or 3 leaf clovers, your clovers and your horsies. Hope Serenity is doing well. So many blessings to you. You're welcome, Kembanese. Yeah, it was a fast reading for you. All right, so up next we got double, triple, quadruple X. What's coming for you? Let's take a look here. See, what does Spirit want you to know about what is coming towards you here? Let's take a quick sip here. All right. Wow. You definitely have here a movement of communication. Six of Swords. Swords are like thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets, but they're really impressing on me. This is new communication coming in. Page of Swords, new communication, movement of communication. So if you've been waiting to get contacted by someone or a company or something along here, this is showing that there is movement that is happening in regards to that. So you should be getting this communication, I mean, fairly quickly with both of these coming in. Very strong energies here. I mean, almost like I feel like within 6 days to a week that you will be getting this communication that comes in. So if you've been waiting to hear from someone, a certain person, or hear back from a company, or get some news about something, I feel like you're going to be getting it back within the next week. So you're going to get some important communication coming in. And that's what I feel is coming through for you. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. And we are to Ms. Dra. Do you have a soul purpose or mission with this Leo? they're showing me. Oh, from Wicked. If you've ever seen the movie Wicked, based on the Wizard of Oz, um, I'm sure you probably have seen it, but Glenda, the Good Witch. There's a place where she first meets the Wicked Witch of the West. Um, I know her name begins with an A, I think, but I can't pronounce it. And I'm not going to try. Um, but she takes her on as the song she sings about is her about becoming her project, and that's what came in here. It's like you do have a mission, with them. Here is the moon energy, which is the hiddenness. It reminds me of the Leo energy of the Sun card, because the Sun is about the inner child and diving deep in here. And I feel like with the King of Swords here, you are bringing them in this ability of looking at their ways of thinking, because the king co-rules over the air, the thoughts and beliefs, and the swords with the queen, but all the kings are given a second portion of air, which makes them the master of the mind, the master of the air, of their thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And I feel like the Leo, you're teaching them to both balance their mind with their emotions and their emotions with their mind. And it's important that you're helping them balance their human mind, which is rooted in fear, with higher emotions from up above. And you're helping them balance their human emotions that are rooted in fear with the higher um, knowledge rooted in unconditional love from above. So I feel like you introduce them a lot about spirituality and seeing things from a different perspective. And so I feel like there's some conflict that comes up in there, because that's what happens when a bug meets a windshield. I don't know why they gave that example, but it's when they're moving so much and thinking that my way's the highway, and then they meet something bigger that shows them differently. And so a bug thinks I rule the highway, and then and the bugs all like they're not dead, they're just flat on the windshield going, "Oh, I'm seeing things from a different perspective." And I really feel that this is part of the purpose you have with them, but also flip it, right? Because we're always mirrors for each other. And so with you showing them those, they also show you different perspectives of life and bring clarity because they do act as a beautiful mirror for you. I don't, I don't necessarily feel like it's a like long-term commitment type of relationship, but you do interact on a variety of different ways at an emotional level, at a mental level, because of it. So that's what I feel is coming through right now, Ms. Draw. So many blessings to you. All right, Princess Pinky, you'll be the next free reading coming up here. And you want to know, can you accept the spiritual path which Aquarius is following already? All right, let's see. What does Spirit wants you to know with this question here? Can you accept it? Yeah, I feel like here that with the King of Cups, this is balancing of heart and mind. And the Seven of Wands has been able to allow them to be who they are. But, the Seven of Wands is like this kind of a choice thing. Because when we see someone on a path, a kind of a spiritual path, and what they're headed on, if we're not balanced in heart and mind, we might feel like lower than them. The Seven of Wands is this energy of, um, if we think we're here and we already think they're here, if they do something, we are perceiving that we're lower than them and we don't like how that feels, right? And so we might, if we go into fear mode, we become boasters or destroyers or both. A boaster is that we try to build ourselves up to where we think they're at by boasting about who we are. And if we or we destroy them and start to say things, try to bring them down to where we feel we are at, or we do both. And so I feel like that when you ask, can you accept it? You can, but it requires balancing your heart and your mind and allowing yourself, to let them be who they are and not try to burst their bubble, try not to take their actions and their path personally for you, because your path is your own, right? Um, you can accept their path and everyone else's path, realizing that they've chosen what they've wanted to do. We're all mad scientists in a giant science building with our own laboratories having our own experiments. And when we walk into someone else's and going, no, you don't want to do it that way. This is what you are supposed to do. We blow up their experiment and they have to start over. People wander into ours going, no, no, no. And we're like, who are you to come into my laboratory to tell me how I'm supposed to be doing my experiments? Shush, shush, right? And that's what we are. It's like sweep in front of our own door, be in our own laboratory, and we can watch everyone in there because they're all made out of glass, right? We can watch there and even communicate with them, but we don't need to go in there and meddle with their path, right? So I feel like you can accept their spiritual path, but focus on your own and don't try to duplicate because those experiments are already being done. They don't need to be redone again. They're doing theirs. Discover your own experiment and your own spiritual path and what you're wanting is what I feel spirit is communicating. So that's what they have for you, Princess Pinky. So many blessings to you. And Jennifer Simpson, hey. So what do you need to know regarding new love interest? All right. So let's take a look here. All right. We got the Seven of Sacred Circles, which is one of the patience cards, right? Oh, I know. What's the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So, things will unfold. Things go slow on purpose for us to understand more um, about our own self love and, focusing on raising our own love vibration. So things go slow for us to focus inward and upward to expand that. And then it expands our ability to love humans as well, because we can't love others more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So if I love myself that much, no matter how much love I want to push out to someone, it's just going to drip out. And no matter how much love they want to give me, it's just going to drip in. But as I expand my self love this way, it also expands my self love and my ability to love humans as well. So I really like that. So it's saying, what advice, what do you need to know regarding love, interest? So allow things to unfold and take their time, because it's allowing you to develop that, but it's also allowing whoever's going to come into your life next to do that. um Two things with this other card here with the Three of Cups. I feel like part of what you need to kind of develop around self-love has to do with like a third party situation, or fear of the past around three party situations here, being cheated on, having people love other people, and whatever, whether it's goes back to your childhood with parents or important relationships, discovering that there was infidelity, as we call it. But also, if you've experienced it yourself, it's like really doing some transformational work in regards to this fear, right? Because this is where self-love transforms, because we don't have fears around someone falling in love with someone else or whatever, because we're finding all the love within us. It's like we find this the 10-course meal that our heart's been looking for with 2 desserts we find within ourself, and we realize the outside world can only offer us 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th dessert, not the 10-course meal. So we feel full and whole when we find our self-love, and then it changes our desperation of finding love in the outside world, but also the impact. So infidelity, when someone goes, "Oh, that 7th dessert that I'm offering you, I'm gonna give it to someone else." And you're like, "Please, I'm so full, go ahead." It doesn't impact us like it was when it's like, "No, not my 10-course meal." And they're like, "What are you talking about? This is dessert." "No, you're giving away my meal." And they're like, "This is dessert. That's not your meal." You know, so it changes our perspective of all that. Also, the Three of Cups is talking about, in the meantime, there is a group of people. This is about community. This is about doing things with people that is non romantic, but it's of loving friendship. And I feel like you're developing a nice little clique of at least three of you that you just feel very close, and you have a lot of things in common, and you go do things together, go to movies, go on road trips, go to dinner. That it's people that are in that same type of growth, that you're able to help one another as well. So that's what I feel is coming through for you right now, Jennifer. Love is in the future, but right now this is the focus. And the more energy you put into that self-love and developing it, the faster the fruit grow, the faster fruition comes and love does come into your life as well. All right. So that's what they have for you, Jennifer. Many blessings to you. And Kavita, hello, hello. You'd like a general reading? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. All right. Wow. Two queens. So you definitely have this wonderful divine mother energy for this wonderful um, Divine Mother weekend, with Mother's Day happening tomorrow. So, very much a presence of mother in your life here. So, if you've had a grandmother or mother on the other side, I feel like this is just them making themselves known to you, at this time in your life. Also, Queen of Cups rolls over water, given a second portion of water. Both queens are given water in addition to rolling over their sign. So, this is about your connection to the spirit world, your connection to your emotions and your spiritual gifts. And the Queen of Pentacles here is about really grounding yourself and giving yourself It's Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself and giving yourself this love and attention, and allowing you to make decisions that are about you and not trying to please everyone else. There is this wonderful message that's coming from Spirit here about taking time away, getting to nature if you can. This is almost like high priestess energy too, about take some time for you and take some time for yourself, connecting to you, your abilities, your spiritual world, your spirit guides. Get onto nature, away from all the chaos and all the noise. So I really like that for you. And that is what is coming through for you, Kavita. So many blessings to you. I like it for you. All right. Hey, Ashley. And then we already took care of your um, reading there. So, healing vibes, you are up next. So, you'd like a general reading. So, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. Evidently, that card. And let's see what we have here. Wow, Queen's coming out here. All right. Wow, this is like similar to Kavita here, too, in more divine feminine energy coming in here. High priestess stepping away from the chaos of the outside world, really stepping behind the veil, connecting to the upper realms, diving deep to your emotions, connecting to your intuition, your spiritual connections on the other side. Because you also have the Queen of Wands, which she usually has a black cat. Oh, there they are back here, the black kitty, which represents the um, the water that this all the queens get, which is the connection to the spirit world. Also, Wands energy is your passion, your drive, your ambition, your energy, your spiritual energy. So definitely there's this spiritual energetic gifts emphasis here, with you connecting with your Ace of Wands, and whatever you're focused on does grow and expand, and they're really wanting you to bring your energy in and focus it in on your connection to the spirit world right now. I feel like there is the important decisions to be made, and as you're approaching them here, as you go inward, and you can even see they're in kind of the same things here. As you approach these decisions to be made, um, trust your gut, trust your intuition, trust your heart. And if you're unsure, you're reaching somewhere that you have to go left or right, um, just dial up Spirit. They have the big picture view with the maze of life that we're in, and you can say, do I take a left or take a right for that which is for my highest good? And they're like, hey, take a right. And you take a right. That Queen of Wands, you have a lot of energy, a lot of super focus on whatever you're focusing on, moves quickly and expands quickly. So be really aware of where you're investing your energy. And again, trust your gut. I really like that for you. All right, healing vibes. That is what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. We'll continue moving down the list here. All right. So Elisa Manzini. Um, Hello, hello. And you want to know, whoa, will you be able to regain your alignment with the healer on Monday, or any other advice? All right, let's take a look here. So you have the Hermit here, and you have the King of Cups. So I don't feel like Monday that you're able to regain alignment with the healer, because the Hermit's journey is something more by yourself. And so I feel like it's not Monday that you do here. You have the King of Cups, which is the balancing of heart and mind. But I feel like you're being guided here by Spirit in a different direction. I feel like you're going to get this communication. You're going to get alternatives that come across your path. So trust your gut, trust your instinct, connect to your higher self and your spiritual journey. Just take some deep breaths and balance your heart and your mind, and allow yourself to follow your gut. I feel like you're going to find a different alternative, a different option than the other healer um, through this. But I feel like you are they're having you move away from them into a different direction. I don't feel like you do this on your own. Like they're not saying, "Oh, don't," the healer. Um, you don't need one. You just can do this all by yourself. Da da da. I mean, we all can. Like if we were on a desert island or a tropical island all by ourselves, we'd have to connect to spirit and do it. But I feel like you do have important connections and it's someone who is like a water sign that comes into your life that you find here. And so you do find an alternative person to assist you on your healing journey. So trust your gut, like take a lot of deep breaths and come back into a calm place and then go, okay, where do I want to reach out to and look for, to get in alignment with a new healer or a new individual to help me with this. Trust you, the balancing of your heart and your mind. Go, well, I should go look at here at this website, or I'm going to call this number. And hey, do you guys have any other, I'm not able to get into this person or whatever. Any any advice, blah blah blah, and they're going to give you some. So that's what I feel is coming in here for you with those cards, Elisa. So many blessings to you. All right, Dajana, you are coming up next. Kushi Singh, you're actually last. So whatever number that is, I rather than try to count down where we're at, since I'm over my 2 hour mark, I'm just kind of continue with the reading. So I will try to get to you though. Here it shouldn't be too much longer. Appreciate your patience. So Dijona Sturgis, you would like to know, what does spirit want you to know right now? All right. Wow. I love the synchronicities of, well, I mean, all the cards are synchronistic, right? Because we're at 2 hours and 22 minutes right now. So the 22222. And I feel like here, what they're saying here is that where there's been emotional confusion and you're not unsure of what choices to make and where to go, it is coming down to this Ace of Cups here. I just feel like this is being blocked out where you are whittling down the emotions that you want to feel and the emotional choices that you have. And I like that the self-love is coming in strong here too with the chalice, the holy grail, that you're allowing yourself to fill up and overflow. And in doing that, you're realizing and seeing a clearer picture here of what you're wanting out of love. I feel like there's been some different options and different experiences in your life, with these 6 cups here. And I feel like you've been reflecting on what you don't want, what you do want, and what type of relationships and friendships, different things that you've had. But there's some really important emotional decisions that you're making right now. And I love that this is there's just this emotional clarity that is coming in for you. And I feel like you're adjusting your energy and where you're putting your focus with your energies. So I like this. I like this for you. It's like this emotional, it's like cups are falling away to where you're getting down to like, yes, this is it. It's almost like we're making a soup and you're taking a little bit from this, a little bit from that, a little bit from that, and you're making this new creation emotionally, which is very interesting. So that is what they have for you, Dijana. Many blessings to you. Sorry. My throat is getting dry. All right. So, Bella Bala, you will be the next one coming up here. And you would like spirit guidance for your love life with Pisces. All right. Your spirit guides are always fun. I think you asked that, or someone does, but they always joke, run. That's our advice, run. And it's funny because I've got like, you know, a stellium of Pisces, which means you have like 4 or more planets. And I've got like 5. So I understand the Pisces energy, not a Pisces sun, but Pisces moon and other things. And we're like, we can be emotional. And so their guidance here, full card, uh, is like this new journey, this new adventure. Look at things brand new with them, and no, don't have any expectations or um, boundaries around it, because the full card is like a brand new baby. It's fresh, it's new, it doesn't have any rules, it just is allowed to be on an adventure, and so they're saying, "Just allow it to be what it is, don't try to control it, don't try to, um, understand it." They're like, "Just let it be and enjoy it for what it is." It's like floating down a river. You can't control the flow of the river, you can't control where it goes. You can fight against it and try to swim upstream and get a whole face full of water and a mouthful of water, or you can sit on an inner tube or a nice little raft and just go with the flow and enjoy the scenery, enjoy the experience. Because you have the chariot card, which is a movement card. Things are moving, they're always moving. It just may not be moving in the direction that we're always wanting, but it's a victory. It is this power of choice card that, with whatever you're going through in life, you do have a power of choice. Every moment is a choice of either of unconditional love or the fear of losing a conditional love, or fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear, right? And the chariot card tells us that we get to decide in each moment what story we're choosing with our brain about what this means, what emotion we want to feel as we go through it, and where we're investing our energy. So if I choose fear, I'm going to put a fearful story. I could also choose unconditional love and see it from a different place, right? It's like finding the silver lining. I can look at it in different ways. If I get fired from a job, I can look at it as devastating, or an opportunity to go live the dream I've always wanted to live, right? Emotionally, I can choose to be devastated by something or choose joy. And I Energetically, I can choose to focus on what I feel I'm missing in my life or what I hate in my life. And when I do so, I'm telling the universe, I enjoy missing things and hating things. Can you bring me more things to hate and miss? Because when we focus on our fear, mentally, emotionally, energetically, we grow it. We bring in the things we fear into our lives. We push out the things we fear we're going to lose. But when we focus our energy on gratitude, we tell the universe, I love having things to be grateful for. Can you bring more of that? And they're like, absolutely. And when we focus on unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter and all that, that definitely brings that in too, right? So I love this power of choice that they're saying this is the guidance. Sit in the raft, enjoy the journey that you're flowing down, and you get to choose. Neither's right, neither's wrong. You can choose of like, this ride sucks, or this ride is amazing. Neither's right, neither's wrong. They just bring us different experiences, right? Fear, limitedness, smallness, all those emotions related to fear. Or we choose love, which is powerful, limitless, and all those beautiful emotions connected to unconditional love. Neither's right, neither's wrong, just different experiences. So that is the advice they have for you, Bella Bala. Wow, they went deep, but I love that information for you. And that is what they have. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. We are to Anjushri. You want to know, how does he find and perceive you? All right, let's take a look here. All right. So we have the Three of Wands here, which is about changing direction. They're, had seen you in a different light, and now they see you differently here. The Aquarian energy here, this is like, a wish fulfillment type of card that's coming in here. But there's this balancing energy, and I just feel here, how they perceive you. I'm going to get a clarification here, because really, the energy that comes in here, it's like in some ways that they It's not what they expected. Yeah, and the 7 of Staves, 7 of Wands, it's positive here. I almost feel like that they had thought you were like their dream come true by their how they were thinking about things, but now they're changing, going, "Wow, I think they're more." It's like it's almost I don't know why they're showing me this, but it's like an employee where they like, "Oh, wow, I think they'll be great for this job, this entry level job." And then they get your resume and they really get to know you and they're like, "They are so overqualified for this position. I'm not going to be able to keep them in that position." Because it's like you have 5 master's degrees and all this experience in life and stuff. And I kind of feel like they thought, "Wow, yeah, you're this type of person, you would be this," and they're just like, "Oh, no. No, 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 they are not at all. They are, like, so out of my league," is kind of the feeling. They're just like, "I wouldn't be able to keep up with them or please them for very long," and they're not someone who's just going to accept being in a position. Like, they want so much more in life, and I feel like that's the kind of what they pick up and how they are perceiving you, um, which is interesting, right? At first, I was like, "Wow, this feels weird," but it just is like, yeah, it's almost like someone that wants someone that, just serves them and, um, knows their place, and that's not you. You're like, "What? I am built for so much more." That's what I feel like is their perception of you anyway. So that's what's coming through. So many blessings to you. All right, Rajiv Chopra, hello, namaste to you as well. I'm not sure if you asked a question further down, but we will see. Julia, hello, hello. Thank you for all the love and light. We will accept that. And you wanted to know, uh, can you know Leo's next move? No, they're saying you cannot. So that is what your message is for today. I'm just kidding. Julia, just joshing. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know around Leo's next move? I can say things like that when I'm safely away from everyone. Well, we got the 6 of Pentacles, equal giving and receiving, love, flowing and overflowing. So I feel like they are going to be stepping forward here in the very close future here, showing you that they do want to give and receive from you, and that this is what they do want here. So I feel like they will be voicing it, showing it to you, expressing it to you in some way here. And I like this. I like this equal giving and receiving. It's important for you to also, while you're waiting for it, is just to double check here with the 6 of Pentacles if there's any leftover desires within you to overgive. you know the 6 of Pentacles, whenever it comes to relationship things, is about our out of balance um rate of exchange of love, or when we were younger. Probably heard me talk about it a lot, of 7 years and younger, when we're given these we feel we have to overgive to someone important that we're wanting love and attention from, to get very little back. And so we have this 1,000 to 1 rate of exchange where we feel we have to give 1,000 coins to them to deserve 1 coin back. And children, we don't know any better. We're just like, okay, usually parents, maybe grandparents, teachers, coaches, usually parents are the primary suspects or usual suspects, because they're so busy trying to live, have a roof over the table, and food on under the roof. But they, so busy that we feel we have to do so much to get so little, and that just goes down into our subconscious, impacts our schooling, our work, our relationships, our friendships, and all of that. And then you know, we have this over giving that we have to do, even though in our mind, our conscious mind, we're like, no, I want them to give to me. subconsciously our little inner child's keeping score with little hatch marks going, no, no, you've only got 300 coins that you've given. You still need to give 700 before you deserve 1 coin. That's why we might feel energetic blocks like, why don't I get abundance? Why don't I get love? It's because our little inner child's at the control of the force fields and putting up all these force fields subconsciously, keeping things and people away from us. But the good news is that if while you're waiting, if you're like, you know what, let me just look at that, and you bring that from the subconscious to the conscious and go, who in my earlier childhood did I feel I had to overdo things to get very little attention? And you're like, ah, ding ding, I know who it is. Then a little edit button appears above the 1,000 where you can go into that field, delete the zeros, brings it down from 1,000 to 1 down to 1 to 1. You hit save, then that goes in these force fields. The child self goes, oh look, we've met the criteria. Lower the force fields, allow abundance and love in. So that's what I feel is coming in for you right now, Julia. And I wanted to pull into these sweet dreams here for you here. Um, yeah. So you got trust, which says, I believe that whatever is happening to me right now is part of the greater plan. And then you got fearlessness as well. It's funny. The little camera light is there. It almost feels like that, like in the movies when they have snipers. Fearlessness. Do not fear. It's not what it seems to be. I pay close attention to my heart and mind. I do not allow fear to distract me. I love it. So that's what they have for you, Julia. So many blessings to you. I'm excited. All right. So, Starfall, you are up. So, you're dating online. Don't do it. Is there love potential for me there, or are you wasting your time? Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here, because we learn a lot about things. I always say every once in a while I'll go back on a dating site for about 15 minutes, just as a reminder of why I don't go on dating sites. I'm like, oh look, it's everyone that was there before. Yeah. So we've got the Two of Swords, which is about, closing our eyes and opening our heart. And we have the Page of Swords here, which is about new thoughts, new beliefs, new mindsets, cutting away our fears. Um, you know, this is all about communication, the sword suit too. So I don't feel like it's wasting your time, but I feel like it does show you, and it allows you to see things from a higher perspective, and allows you to cut away fears. It's like a dating online is like a safe type of way for us to really challenge our thoughts and our beliefs and our mindsets about what a relationship should be, who I'm supposed to be, who someone else is supposed to be. And we really look at um, just creating a profile allows us to go, how do I perceive myself? Am I putting myself out there thinking that this is who I think other people want me to be? And so I'm putting this out there. Or am I being true to my authentic self? Is this really who I am? If I was going to fill out the profile, like really truthfully of what I'm thinking and feeling and who I am, I'm going to put it out there. I may not get a whole lot of responses, but I'm going to get true responses, right? And I feel like there's this learning process that it's not a waste of time. I feel like it is showing you a lot about yourself, but I don't feel that you're going to find um, the love that you're looking for there. I feel like you're going to get clarity around who you are and what you want, and then you're going to be like, okay, I feel like Spirit is saying that more once you discover all this. Especially they're pointing out, I don't even know if this is a real section, but it probably is something along the lines of, what are your hobbies, what do you enjoy doing? And it's like, that's what they want you to go do. Spirit says, don't go online, use this info excuse me use this information Scared myself, right? Use this information. I'm having flashbacks of going online, hiccups now. But there's this, they're so funny. Do what you love, and then you'll find someone you love while doing what you love. Don't be searching for love. In fact, they're bringing back to me, there was this, I think it was Byron Katie, was it? Yeah, seeking love keeps us from the awareness that we already have it, within. And I like this. Yeah, stop looking for your soulmate and start looking for your soul, comma, mate. I read that a few days ago and it really stood out to me. And I like that. They're like, you don't need to try to find your like a soulmate and a love. You already are love. You are a soul and find your soul, and then you will find soulmates doing that. So do what you love. Um, I'm determined I am probably going to take a pottery class because they keep on bringing back to me, if you love pottery, go take a pottery class or go do something, um, you know, uh, and in that you find someone that also loves pottery, and then you're like, wow, just your eyes lock, you have this energy, you enjoy it, you go out to coffee afterwards. That's how you meet someone. It's not I'm looking for love, so I'm looking love. It's like, you are love, you express your love, and then you find external love that way. So that's what's coming through Starfalls. So many blessings to you and enjoy that adventure. And thanks for I'm gonna have flashbacks now of going online dating site. No, no. I'm just kidding. So many blessings to you. Oh, you're funny. No, they're not all, there are people that meet love online, but I feel for you it's doing the other. All right. So let's take a look here. Let me just make sure I have not overlooked anyone here. All right. And I'm sorry, Swamini. You're asking here uh, about harsh feelings towards you right now. Okay, let's take a look here. So, what are these harsh feelings that you're feeling are towards you? Let's take a look here. Hmm. So you've got the Hermit card here, and you've got the Nine of Cups here. And I feel like this is spirit encouraging you here. The Hermit is about stepping away, really looking, you know, um, connecting to your higher self and your spiritual team and really doing this. The Hermit is the number nine in the major arcana. And here you have the Nine of Cups, which is about emotional fulfillment. It's usually a wish fulfillment type of card. But with the Hermit coming here, they're drawing you inward to find your source of emotion, to go on this inner journey to transform inner emotion. If you're experiencing harsh feelings in the outside world, then this is about, turning inward, and it's a reflection. If we see harsh things happening in the outside world, we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. And so if we're experiencing harshness, um, then in the outside world, that means there's some harsh feelings toward ourself and mindsets, some fears around ourself on the inside. And that's how we find them, is turning inward, and it transforms. Like I said, we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. And as we transform emotions on the inside, then we transform and our world starts changing on the outside. Everyone is a mirror for us. So if people are expressing fear, that means there's some fear within me. If it's impacting me, then that means there's some fear within me I can look at. Same thing if I see amazingness in people, I'm recognizing the amazingness within me. If I'm seeing things I don't like on the outside world, that means there's some things I can look at that are going on inside of me. It's very much Virgo energy, which is a reflection inward here. So I feel like that is what they're just nudging you to look at and head towards there. So that is what is coming through, Swamini, for you. Hopefully that helps a little bit to understand that, it's we see through our own eyes. And so we're looking through our own filters of stuff that's within us. So other people's emotions are their own. My emotions are my own. They all happen in here. So whatever I'm feeling, I can take this time away to reflect on that. Okay. So hang in there. Deep breaths to bring that, get us out of fear. Because when we go into fight or flight mode, we are no use to ourselves. Our intelligent, compassionate, loving adult self is pushed out of the control room. We've got a little 2-year-old with a cat inside. We're just hissing and attacking people or hissing and running away. So if people are, "Ah," they're in fear, and just try to step away and take deep breaths and understand your own fears. Okay. All right. Many blessings to you. All right. I'm just looking down here, making sure I'm not skipping over anyone. So thank you guys so much for your patience. Let's see here. So we answered that. All right. Hey, Kevin. Kevin Trubowen. I'm never going to get that right, I'm sure. So general guidance for your exams. Let's take a look here and see what they have here. All right. Is that thunder outside? Uh-oh. All right. So we've got the Prince of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups, and we have the Ace of Pentacles coming in here. So the general guidance for your exams is to watch your emotional movement. And I like this. The Ace of Pentacles is opportunities. This is about success in the outside world. And so I feel like they're saying that you have the capacity to have this, wonderful um, energy, this wonderful success, with your exams. But the big piece of, guidance has to do with emotions because when we go into fight or flight mode, we actually have this fight or flight mechanism that kicks in where we go out of our minds, right? Our intelligent one, like I was just talking about this, our intelligent, um, loving, compassionate side of us gets booted out when we go into fight or flight because our mind does not want us to stand around thinking while we get eaten by a monster going, now, is that a Tyrannosaurus Rex, a saber-toothed tiger, or a bear? The mind doesn't want us thinking. It wants us to fight or run or both, right? So when we go into fear mode, if we're fearing the result of an exam, it's more of a social, emotional monster that we're facing. The part of us that accesses our subconscious, where all the studying you've done is stored, that is disconnected. And that's why we have test anxiety, stage fright, interview anxiety too, where people go for an interview and they're like, I forgot everything I did and I couldn't answer their questions, or I forgot all the information I studied, or I forget the words to the song or what I wanted to say in front of people. It's because we're disconnected from it. So anything that you can do around exam time to keep yourself calm will result in abundance happening because you have access to this brilliant mind and all the information you've studied, and it can come forward, right? So I do like this, for you, because as they're saying, you've studied, you've attended class, you've done all the work now, and doing the studying and refreshing. It's all in here. It's just more of doing breathing exercises, whatever calms you, and just going in with confidence and knowing that I have access to all of this. And if I am having trouble remembering something, just breathe. Helps you come out of fear, helps you stay out of fear, and helps you access all that stuff in your noggin. So that is what they have for you, Kevin. So many blessings to you. And that is what they have. So I like it. Success. All right. And so, Amini, I think I misunderstood your question before because we were talking about harsh feelings, but I think harsh is the name of a person. Still, what I said applies to understanding your emotions are yours, their emotions are theirs. But I think you were wanting to know what are Harsh's true feelings towards you. So, what are they feeling at the moment towards you? So, my apologies if I misinterpreted that. But mm, yeah, I feel like here we've got the Three of Cups, which represents like a third party. Like, I feel like there's like a group, like of individuals. Like they feel like they're not the only one for you, or that you're the only one from them. I feel like they might be, having like two individuals, especially with the Two of Pentacles here. There's two people or two choices in the outside world, and they're really trying to figure things out. Either there was someone in their past and you're the new person, or vice versa, or both at the same time. But I really feel like they're trying to understand who the two of you, what they're feeling, through this too. So I feel like they're kind of standing at a crossroads trying to determine who do they want. They have feelings for you, or there wouldn't be a choice to be made. They would have already made it. They have feelings for you, but there's also some leftover feelings or feelings for someone else, and they're trying to work out this in their mind. So that is what is coming through. All righty. So, all right. Ankita Moore, hello, hello. Should you continue the friendship with with N? I'm going to murder their name. Sorry. And what are their true intentions towards you? All right. So that is it for your highest expense to continue the friendship? And what are their true intentions? So with this Nine of Swords here, this is insomnia nightmare card. I feel like this is saying that, there's a lot of expectations with this friendship. There's a lot of stuff. It almost feels like it gives you nightmares or it takes a lot of your mental juices. And I feel like this would be like it's not in your highest to continue it anymore. I feel like you've have a lot of conflict with them a lot, and I feel like you've learned what you needed to learn from them, but it's time for like movement, right? Because their true intentions here are about them. I feel like with the Six of Wands is them being seen. It's all about them, the Nine of Pentacles, about them feeling fulfilled, them feeling whole. So I feel like they're it's like you're the one that's always doing everything and you don't get a whole lot back from this, is what I feel. So and Kita, I would say that I would just stop giving into the friendship and see what happens. I feel like it'll drift away because you're the one that maintains it. You're the one that pours everything into it. And I don't feel like you're getting a whole lot out of it. I feel like you've learned a lot about yourself through it, and they've been a good mirror showing you how you feel about yourself. But I feel like now is the time where this is why you're asking. You're realizing, you know what? I deserve more, and I love where this is headed for you. Is that you're like, you know what? I deserve like an equal give and receive friendships, not someone that I'm always the one doing everything, or romance or whatever. So I like this for you. So that's what's coming in, Ankita. So many blessings to you. All right. Hey, Yvonne Martinez. Hello, hello. And let's see, did I see a question? Sorry, let me just make sure I'm not going too fast here. All right. So just continuing here. Appreciate your patience here. Okay, we took care of that one. We took care of that. Okay. Thank you guys. I'm just making sure here. We had a lot of conversation here, and I just want to make sure I'm not like going really fast by someone. All right, Luna Moon. Thank you for being a new subscriber and for your patience and getting down to you here. I know the free readings do get quite long, quite fast, and I've had a lot of donations, which I really appreciate because it helps me live and eat, and I do need to eat. In fact, my stomach's growling, so I'm going to be ending this session here in just a few, but I will get down to you, Kushi Singh. All right, Luna Moon, thank you for being a new subscriber. Hopefully, we'll see you around some more. Anyone know what can you expect in the rest of May? So, May, I also put out monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, which I'll post here again in just a moment when I'm closing out this session. But be sure to check that out too. All right. So let's take a look here. So for the rest of May here, I like this, the Eight of Cups, which is you walking away from emotions that no longer serve you, and you're headed toward here to the Stonehenge, which is the Nine of Cups. You're letting go of like emotions and even relationships, friendships that no longer serve. It's kind of like you're purging some things away, some emotions and emotional connections, because you're headed here towards more of a wish fulfillment of what you're wanting to move towards in your life, right? I like the new moon here. You are, definitely headed off in this direction. And the Four of Swords is a peace of mind coming around here, which is also, you're stepping into seeing things from a higher perspective, and you're cutting away these, Three of Swords, which are your fears of losing conditional love, letting go of some expectations. So, as you're letting go of emotions that no longer serve you, you're also letting go here of mentalities and mindsets that no longer serve you. You've let some go, they're already out the door. You're in the current process of letting some go because they're in the doorway, but there's others that you will also let go in the future as you step forward. So I really like this for you. It feels like a nice purging time for you where you have this peace of mind because you're letting emotions go and you're letting some of that go. So I really like that for you. So that's what they have. So many blessings to you. I like that. Like it. I like it. Like it. Hey, Rhonda, Rhonda. And hello. So you are in a foggy kind of mind right now with regards to what's coming up for you next, and is coming because you worked for it in your wish fulfillment. I definitely understand that, and it's good. Foggy can be, a lot like you're going with the flow, and that you are being able to stay in this moment. When we think that I'm supposed to know everything that's happening, unfolding in the future, we don't have to. We don't need to, right? In fact, I want to pull one of these. I'm going to pull this native spirit oracle here just to get you some guidance on what they want. All right. And we got medicine man, medicine woman that popped out here. Beautiful, beautiful card. And let's see what we got here. Oh, helps if I turn to the right page. So this is about profound inner and outer healing that's occurring. You're a natural healer and you're on the mend, and or a situation is being resolved. So obviously, like you said, you are in the process here. Have faith that it is happening. You are a sacred healer. You're a medicine woman of the soul. And your native spirit wants you to know that every indigenous culture has a tradition of healers. And depending on the culture, they're called medicine men or women, shamans, tahungas, kahunas, sangomas, or curanderos, among others. And apologies if I mispronounced any of those. In every tradition, they are the individuals who are able to step between worlds to gain information, wisdom, and healing energies from their spirit allies. And when this card chooses you, you're at the advent of healing emotional, physical, and mental wounds. Additionally, a powerful healing force is activating within you. Wow. In a journey, if you choose to accept it, that come with these cards, it says, nature is one of our greatest healers. So spend some time with the trees, soak up the rays of the sun, and dance in the rain. Everything in nature has the intrinsic ability to restore itself. And you're a part of the natural world. So you also have this innate ability. Often, healing needs to occur on the inner planes before it can manifest on the outside. So, to assist this process, focus on what's great and let go of what isn't working. Hold a vision of the solution that you desire, be patient, and trust that recovery is occurring in its own time and way. Wow. I love that message for you. Yeah, I definitely feel you have a great deal of shamanic, connection to earth, and you are a healer. And I feel like as you're healing yourself and as you're going through all this transformation, yeah, get out into nature, the sun, and it brings you clarity, it brings you connection, and I feel like you really connect with Mother Earth, and that's like your peace. It brings you such peace. But I feel like as you're going through these things, you're going to be able to help people so much in this journey that you're going. So make sure to journal, make sure to capture your thoughts, the things that you're doing that are helping. You feel the peace and the love and the transformation and how you're letting go of things, and even research some shamanism or whatever you're attracted to around releasing different things and see what attracts you, because I feel like you're going to be really like a medicine woman for the future, but you're going through your healing journey now, which is going to be, I read somewhere about your life, like when you write down things, that it's going to end up being pages in someone else's survival manual later. And so it's so important what you're going through and how you're going through it, and the things that you're trying, and you're getting rid of the things that don't work, focusing on the things that are, and it's going to be helpful for other people. So I like that for you. And just take some deep breaths. If you feel foggy, allow the fog to be there. Get out into nature, see if that helps. At least get near a tree and hug a tree. But I like it for you. I love this message for you, Rhonda. So many blessings to you, Miss Shaman, and much love to you. All righty. All right. So we are to Kushi Singh, 34. Thank you so much for your patience and getting down to you here. And you will be my last reading for this session. For everyone, before everyone takes off, I do want to make sure everyone knows that I do have a weekly giveaway where I give away at least one personal recorded reading. And here is the link to that. Every Tuesday, I do put out a video announcing what I'm giving away the next Monday, how you can get into the drawing, and any other giveaway news. I will be giving away 4 readings on Monday. So you can check that out. Also, I put out at least one pick a card each week. This week I put out 2, one for Mother's Day tomorrow. But the one I put out on Wednesday is what are they thinking about you right now? Uh-oh. So be sure to check that out. And then the pick a card for Mother's Day is this one here, which is what does your mom want to say to you? And that can be Mother Goddess, Mother Nature, divine feminine, or your mom if she's on the other side, or your mom if she's still here in the physical realm. Her higher self can still bring it in. So you can check that out. And then also, as I mentioned just a moment ago, I do put out readings for each individual zodiac sign for the month. So if you want to check out, your monthly information, you can do that. There's also a nice little chart in there that talks about the different planets, and that shows the different areas of our life. So if you know your birth chart, you can see like what area of your life you want to know more about and look into that signs reading as well. And if you don't have your birth chart, you can go into something like astro.com, or there's sites that offer free birth charts too. So be sure to check it out. Check it out. Very good. I'm so glad, Rhonda. All right. So those are those. And thank you guys again so much for all of you that have given a thumbs up on the video. I really appreciate that. It helps spread the Zen love, and you are part of the love tsunami. All right. Sorry, Kushi, I kept you waiting longer. You're like, thank you for thanking me for my patience, but why'd you make me wait more? All right. So you want to know, how is your relationship going to be with Shubham? You love him. Oh, all right. Let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want you to know how the relationship is going to be based on current energies. The future always changes, of course, or can change based on energies of each individual, but we'll look at right now. All right. I do like this. You have the Wheel of Fortune, which is very positive. Things are about to change in a positive way. It's the number 10 normally, which is endings and new beginnings. And the World card here, even your human feels like it's fortunate for you, the route that you're taking and where you're headed towards there. So I do like it. It does end up being a wonderful movement forward there. The Five of Cups here is that there are some emotions, the Three of Cups that are spilt. It's okay that there are a different variety of emotions that happen throughout it, because we do come down here to experience all emotion, and neither is right, neither is wrong. But don't keep yourself from feeling what you feel. But just know that the Two of Cups allows you to see this power that you hold in, that you get to choose how you feel in each moment. So that is what I feel is coming in here. I feel it's very positive, but don't worry about the emotions that you feel as you go through that, because you will feel great things, and then other emotions from your past will bubble up. You just feel them, you can look into them, you transform them, but you get to choose how you feel in each moment. So that is what we have here. Hey, Zamina, I actually am all done on this session here. I just hit over 3 hours. So I will be back though in 5 hours for my evening session. Also be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and then also tomorrow night. So thank you for understanding, but my stomach is growling, and my energy is waning. So I do need to head out. But please come back. I will, if you're subscribed, make sure you have your notifications set to all, because I do an hour before put out my announcement that I'm going live, and you can jump in and put your question and get in line early too. So bon appetit. Thank you so much. All right, everybody. Thank you again for all your love, all your support, and your hunger and thirst to seek after spirit. You blow me away all the time. And so thank you, thank you, thank you. And please know, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, have a great rest of your night or day, wherever you're out in the world. Until I see you, much love to you. You hang in there, and you take care.